Welcome to the Samwelb12 Experience,
where we have you covered for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Blue Jays, and more. Make sure to subscribe today.
Watching the Samwelb12 Experience.
Take me out to the ball game. What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday afternoon. Happy Canada Day for yesterday to all of us Canucks. And happy early July 4th to everyone on the other side of the border. We appreciate you coming in. We got a tough one today. It's been a tough few days. It's the Jays. It's the Red Sox. Oh, it's the battle for the bottom of our division, and it's not looking good. Boston has taken 2 from the Jays. The Jays trying not to get swept here, looking to pull it out. So what's going on? I can prep too. Good to see you. Ben, hello there. Welcome in. EC3 in the house. Dallas, what's up, Dallas? Beverly, Wilma, how's it going? Good to see you. Welcome in. Captain Tuttle, of course. Thank you very much. Happy to see you. John as well. Welcome. And John still can't get over all these poor signings by the Leafs yesterday. We're going to talk about that throughout the day. And we're just going to have some fun. We're going to have a jolly good time here today and see if we can find a Toronto team that doesn't want to lose, because the Raptors, they're going to be in trouble. The Maple Leafs, they're going to be in trouble. TFC, they're in trouble. The Argos, well, they're off to an okay start, so hopefully these Jays can turn things around. Today, we are going to see Kevin Gausman, the strikeout master, on the mound going against Whitlock by these Sox. Now, Whitlock, through 9 games so far, he's 4 wins, 3 losses with a 5.15 ERA, 46 strikeouts. Gausman, on the other hand, through 17 is 7-4 with a 3.01. He's pitched 104 innings, have 139 strikeouts already, which is massive. JK, what's going on? Welcome in. That's right. All the points have been reset. All the points are reset. So those of you who are in here today get an early jump to start getting those points again. We're in our 2nd season officially. The summer days are here. These points will last you up until the fall. David, how's it going? Welcome to the show. So if you want to check your points, you can do so at any time by doing !points as you've been here for a little bit and those points start to build up. So Boston, who's currently sitting 42-42 against the Blue Jays, 45-39. Here is who we're going to see. For the Sox, we're going to have Duran at center, Turner at DH, Verdugo in right, Devers at third, Snyder in left field, Casas at first, Hernandez at second, Hamilton at short, and Wong is going to be catching. For the Blue Jays, we got Springer in right, Bichette at short, Belt at DH, Guerrero Jr. at first, Chapman at third, Varsho at left, Merrifield at second, Captain Kirk in the lineup today catching, and Kiermaier in center field. So last night, it was a little bit of an ugly finish to that game. Jays had an opportunity to tie and take the lead. And what happens? Vladdy with a clutch hit. They score one. Bo runs through the stop sign, trying to score from second. He's thrown out at home plate. Game over. Blue Jays lose. It was a very, very tough way to end that game. Now, I give credit to, or I don't want to take anything away from what happened, but Bo had a tough decision to make. He was coming in and running. He probably saw the third base coach given the go-ahead, and then he threw up the stop sign. Bo, I'm guessing, didn't see the stop sign, ran through it, and then realized it was too late. Michigan, what's going on? Welcome in. Channel on Sportsnet. If you are in the Ontario region, you can get the game on Sportsnet. Kevin Meyer, my gosh. What is going on? Kevin Gausman on the mound today for the Jays. And of course, the Jays desperately trying to get one back. Let's get over to the game screen as we're getting ready for this game to kick it off with the first pitch coming momentarily. And we will continue to track as well the free agent signings. Day 2 is underway. We're going to talk about that throughout the afternoon as well. Hayden, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Happy to see you. I hope everybody has had a great weekend so far. All right, it's time to get it going. Gausman is on the mound. He's warm and ready to go. He's the man, right? Right now, he is the man, and it is Kevin Gausman Day at the park as well. So even more to get him pumped up. Cameron, what's going on? Welcome in. Jays are falling. Jays need all the help they can get right now. Jays definitely are in trouble. We kind of thought this would be a big couple of days with the Giants, the Red Sox, and then the White Sox coming up. We thought they'd be able to rip through this and be okay. And well, our mistake. Apparently Boston is a much harder team than we thought. But it's tough, right? This is one you got to battle through as an organization. You get in these slumps, you got to figure out a way of turning it around. And of course, we can't take anything away from this group. They're in the toughest division in baseball. So they got their work cut out for them. It's just like the government makes you work hard for those points and takes them back. There you go. Nice. Great prep. Compare me to the government. Here's Gausman looking to kick it off. First pitch in there with a strike. And umpire, give us that word.
Play ball!
Play ball. It is game on, and we are underway. Nice start for Gausman, of course. Looking for some big strikeouts. And we have a new redeem for you to use today. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2. Nice start there.
Strike 2.
We got a new redeem that you can check out. It is Redeem Strikeout. So whenever there is a strikeout, you can either put the K's in the chat, or if you have the points, you can redeem the strikeout graphic. Jeffrey, how's it going? Welcome in. Did you see any of the matches? I did see most of them, Jeffrey. I turned it on late, so I missed the men's match to start the show. But I did see most of the event, and it was okay. Here's the pitch. Misses low. Doesn't get the opening strikeout. That David, yes, replace Schneider. I think everybody's waiting for that call to happen, right? Waiting for that chip to fall. And a lot of us are surprised it hasn't happened yet. I mean, how much rope do you give him? Here's the pitch coming in down low again. Same spot. Doesn't get the call. 2-2. The count is even up now. John V, how's it going? I heard Triton made a detour to Coney Island to enter the July 4th hot dog eating contest. John V, that is awesome. That is outstanding. Here is the 2-2. Gausman coming in, misses down low in the dirt, actually. Full count. So he had him 0-2. Now takes it to a full count. Come on, Gazi. Get this one together. He is such an incredible pitcher. I remember last year tuning in and watching him, and I just had my mind blown at the All-Star break. Yeah, David, I think that's fair, right? Here's the pitch coming in, foul back. You kind of say to him, listen, we know things are struggling. We'll give you to the All-Star break to turn it around and climb out of it. And if you're not able to do it, then we're going to make some changes. Detroit Wings signed 3 defenders. Yeah, Detroit was very busy. Pitch coming in, got him to foul back again. 3-2, Durant kicking this one out. He's hitting 288 on the year. Gausman going deep here with the opening batter of the game. We kind of thought this would be a 3-pitch strikeout. Now he delivers. This is going to be popped. Going back. This is going to drop between third. Chapman diving for it. Can't come up with it. Grabbed over, thrown to second, and they boot that. Vladdy has to dive to hold it in the infield. As Duran slid into second base, the pitch or the toss came over to Merrifield. He boots it. Vladdy diving out of the infield to snag that one down and hold it in. What a bizarre start here. So Varsho running in. Gausman had a long way back to go, dove to try and get it. Varsho really should have called him off and made the play. But you know what? I don't know if Varsho could have gotten there in time as well. So a little bit of a troubled start here for the Blue Jays. That's going to give the Sox a runner on second and bring Turner up to the bag. Turner, who's sitting 277 on the year. First pitch is going to miss down low, ball 1. Yikes. Durant has some speed. That he does. This is his 22nd double of the year. 22 doubles already. That right now tells you the type of speed he has. Not a lot of guys will take that, attempt to steal third, but he just might jump in there. Gausman going to miss outside again. 2-0 the count. Goodness gracious. This is not the start from Gausman that I was expecting to see today. Turner with 13 home runs and 45 RBIs on the year. Here's the pitch coming in. Going to miss down low again. Wow, 3-0 now to Turner. After a first 2 strikes to Duran. He just cannot get it back in that strike zone. He's being a little overly cautious. Now behind 3-0. Gausman watching the runner at second, giving him a very long look. Now he's going to deliver. In there, swinging a foul ball by Turner. That's going to be strike 1, bringing the count to 3-1. Wow, I'm surprised. Jonathan, how's it going? Hope you had a great time last night. Those fireworks looked awesome. Thank you for sharing it. Gausman again, hold the runner, check him there with that glare. Now he's going to turn that go to the pickoff attempt, but he threw over to the wrong side of the bag. No chance for Merrifield. So he's going to toss that back in to Gausman. Get set. So Gausman, interesting. The last outing against the Red Sox, he gave up 8 earned runs. So Gausman seems to have a little bit of a struggle with Boston. Here he's going to come in the strike zone again. Foul back. Brings it to 3-2, this time in his favor. So Gausman with that trouble now. Trying to pitch out of it. 1 on, 3-2 count, no outs here in the top of the first inning. A tough first inning, really kind of took the crowd out of it early. Usually the Toronto crowd is a little lively in the first inning. Some fans trying to, you can hear the slow clap building. 3-2 down the middle. This is going to be fouled back again. So Gausman, if you put his last 4 starts together versus Boston, he's at 9.37 ERA, which is crazy. This is going back to the 2022 All-Star break. So not a good outing, or a few outings versus Boston. Seems like they just get the better of them. Pitch coming in on the corner, and they're going to ring him up on a late call. Wow. Strike out. So they're calling this on the strikeout. I am shocked. That pitch was way on the outside, and a very delayed call on the strike. So outside corner, they're going to say he went around. I thought he held up, but that was not even close. But a good call. Gausman gets it and sits one down. Low ball one there. That's going to bring Verdugo up now. Verdugo, who's hitting 297. A little bit of a threat. He's only got 5 home runs, 33 RBIs, but makes good contact.
He is 1 for 8 so far in the series. That one was an infield hit.
Lots of people. You know what? I'll answer that, Dallas, when they show the next kind of big stadium shot. The small bits of the crowd, you could see there are quite a few empty seats. Yesterday would have been packed. It was packed for the Canada Day celebrations. Boston is 1 for 50 or .150 with runners in scoring position in the series. Fastball pops up, fading to the net. And there's Chapman. He's going to make that catch in foul territory. So a good 2 outs here for the Blue Jays. They have 1 on. Terry, how's it going? Welcome in. That's right. Back to 0 points. Gotta start all over again. The summer session is now in service. And these points will last us through to the fall to the start of the NHL season. Have the same birthday. Oh, there you go, Jeffrey. So Duran at second. Devers coming up. First pitch in there. Misses for a ball. Devers, 248 average, 20 home runs, 64 RBIs. Hey, Lewis, good afternoon. Gausman, he's going to deliver. Foul back, so he's going to even that one up at 1-1. 2 outs now. Not as much of a threat as they were moments ago. Devers' career versus Gausman is 227. He's 5 for 22. 3 RBIs and 4 strikeouts. Rockin', how's it going? You're very welcome. Devers does have a little bit of an awkward stance. Taking a look now, he's going to deliver in there. Doesn't get that call. 2-1 now. 2-1. Devers ahead. Durant being watched very carefully. Very carefully. Of course, hope everybody's got their beverage. We got the Tim Hortons ice cap going on today. Here's the 2-1. Misses low. Going to 3-1. Alex, how's it going? Welcome to the show. And thanks everybody for being here today. As you are coming in, make sure you give that thumbs up a click. We'd appreciate it. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be hit right past a diving Merrifield. It's going to score a run. As Boston's going to take a 1-0 lead here on a nice hit by Devers. As Duran's going to come around to score. Yikes. A little splitter, kind of hung out, dropping a little low, and he just got all of that and shot it right past Merrifield. Merrifield didn't really have a play on it. And it scores Devers no problem from second base. So the Red Sox go ahead 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. 2 outs on the board. Snyder's going to come up now, takes the first pitch in there for a much-needed strike.
Strike!
So here comes Snyder. He's behind 0-1 to Gausman. Gausman delivers. Gets the bottom, gets the call. It was a little low, but that's...
Strike 2.
Strike 2, exactly what was needed. So nice little couple pitches there, trying to get back into it. That's right. All the points will start to build over a couple of minutes. Going back to first base on the pickoff attempt. Not in time. So it takes about 5 minutes or so for the points to start reaccumulating, I believe. Yeah, I already see some points now popping up. Dallas out to a big early lead in the points department. Beverly currently sitting in second, followed by EC3, Jeffrey, John V. Here's a pitch down low in the dirt, 1-2. My first instinct when I arrived at the stream was smashing that like button. Love it. And thank you for that. The likes help so much. So Gausman chomping on that gum, having some trouble. He's looking to get out of it right here. Pitch coming in inside, almost hit him. Yikes, 2-2 the count now. Definitely not where we want to see Gausman going. I'm actually shocked right now what's going on. And the fact we got that box up there tells me all I need to know. This pitch coming in is going to do it. Here it is, runner goes, swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's how you finish an inning.
Strike 3, you're out.
So Gausman had a tough inning here, but he ends up walking away with 2 strikeouts. Man, that was tough. That was hard. Hard to watch the Red Sox going ahead. They end up getting 2 hits and scoring 1 run in that half inning, already putting the Jays behind. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you for joining us. If you're watching Ninja, if you've never joined us for one of our hockey or baseball streams, welcome to the show. My name is Sam, and we're certainly happy to have you along for the ride. Uh-oh, Darth Gator in the house. What's up, Darth Gator? Hope all is well. Looks like Curtis Joseph, what's going in? I know we're watching baseball. What the heck did the Leafs do yesterday? Maybe it's time for Shanahan to hit the bricks. Yes, that was a very tough July 1st start yesterday. I posted a short. If you haven't seen it, I posted a short. Go watch it. You'll get a little bit of a kick. We ran down all the players that left and the players that signed for the Leafs, and had a little fun with it. Football, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for being here today. Of course, day 2 of the NHL free agent and NBA free agency is underway. Lots more signings going on. We're going to get to those in just a little bit. But the Jays are coming up here in the bottom of the first. We are going to see Springer, Bichette, and Belt to kick off the inning here. Now, Springer, he's known. He's, what was he, second now all time for leading off a game with a home run? He did it the other day. Can he do it again? And it doesn't look like that is going to be the case. Now, the little map we see just over here, it is a little ahead of the broadcast, so we're going to call the pitches to the broadcast. First one is going to be just outside for a ball. Do you have permission from MLB to use your logo, channels as emoji? Alex, it's all taken care of, my friend. Everything is all taken care of. Springer's going to foul that one back. He's going to even the count 1-1. Interesting strategy, letting the Red Sox sweep you. That's exactly it, Gator. We're intentionally allowing the Red Sox to jump ahead so we become more of an underdog, so we can then jump up when the time is right. So Garrett Whitlock ahead now, or sorry, behind 1-2. And it looks like we know what's going to happen here. Pitch to Springer. He's going to foul this one right to short. Picked up, tossed over to first, and he is out of there.
He's out.
Not a great start for the Jays. First inning, they give up a run. Springer not able to get on base. Bichette's coming up. Bichette had a tough outing yesterday. Of course, running through that stop sign is always tough. He is hitting .317 on the year, 15 home runs, 49 RBIs. Bichette, one of our big guns, needs to get himself back going consistently. He is up there in hits. I think he's 5th in slugging percentage. He just needs to find a way of being a little more consistent. Coaster Mom, good to see you. Welcome in. Bichette going to foul this one off. 0-2 now the count to Big Bo. You know, it's funny. Remember when Bo Jackson was around? For those of you that may not remember Bo Jackson, he played both baseball and football, and he did that whole line of Bo Nose commercials. I'd love to see Bo Bichette bring the Bo Nose back. Those were awesome back in the day. 0-2 fouls it off, staying alive. Nashville Predators hire Mark Borowicki. John, the Nashville Predators, another team being very busy. High on the corner. 1-2 now. Nashville, Pittsburgh, Detroit. Been a lot of busy teams. The 1-2. Here's the pitch to Bo. Inside, got him.
He's out.
Strikeout there by Big Bo. So Bo goes down. Yikes. So that's going to bring Brandon Belt up. Belt's coming up. He's hitting .251 on the year. Belt's one of those players who makes me a whole lot of nervous. Here's a pitch coming. Foul back real quickly. So Brandon Belt's 4 homers, 18 RBIs, finds himself in the 3rd spot as a DH today. The 0-1 coming in. Big cut and a big miss. 0-2. Belt needs to get himself going real quick. Pitch coming in low. He's going to stay off of that one. Now, most of the Blue Jays, they're doing okay. Most of them are kind of 250 or higher in terms of their hitting. There's only one player who's sub 250 in the batting average. Actually, yeah, with only one, and it's Varsho. Varsho, who's at 226. Everybody else is over. Here's the 2-2 coming in. This is a inside, gonna be a ball. So getting things set up. Here's the pitch to Belt coming in. Swings. He's going to drive this back over to the right field wall, and it is out of here. Tie game off the bat of Brandon Belt. He knocks it to another galaxy. Way to go, Belt. Smokes it. What a shot. Brandon Belt knocks it out of here at 105 miles an hour over the right field wall into the fans for a souvenir. Absolutely incredible. What a shot by Belt. That one left in a hurry, and he's going to tie this one up. And that means that big Vlad Guerrero Jr. is going to come back up, and he's going to have a chance to do something here in the bottom of the 1st. Outside, they're going to ask, did he go around? They say, no, he did not. First pitch in there as a ball 1. So Vladdy hitting .277. He's got 12 homers on the year. So Belt ties this game up. There you go, Jonathan. Inside on Vladdy. Almost caught him on the elbow, but just missed. Vladdy getting himself set. 2-0, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Vladdy's going to drive this one back into right field, and that's going to be out of here. Jays are done in the bottom of the 1st, but they did what they needed to do and put one out of the park to tie it up. So we're back even again as we're going to the top of the 2nd inning. We're going to see Casas coming up and Hernandez and Hamilton following them shortly. So an interesting start here as the as the Jays found themselves in the hole quickly, but they fought back and they managed to get one back on the board. So excellent set of hitting. Even though it was a home run, we'll take it. Jacob, how's it going? Yes, I did. Jacob, we were following the draft live yesterday. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. So if you're new to the channel and you're watching along, again, my name is Sam. We do a lot of sports here, mainly hockey. Hockey is our primary focus. We follow the NHL, the Leafs, the Panthers, and everything in between. And of course, during the summer months, we bring some baseball to you, as well as all the updates on the hockey news and the hockey story. We are watching the signings today to see if anything big comes in. Of course, the big rumor is Tyler Bertuzzi coming to Toronto, but we haven't seen that come to fruition as of yet. Taking a quick look, looks like Calgary's been busy this morning. They've got 3 signs on the board, nobody of major significance. Dallas with a signing, Florida with some signings, Washington with a couple, no big names. Jack Johnson, left defense, signs in Colorado. That's a good signing. Panthers did sign Evan Rodriguez. He plays center and left wing. Pittsburgh with a bunch of signings. earlier today. Zerona, Hellberg, and Johnstone. The Rangers signing Maple Leaf prospect Mac Hollowell. So the Rangers picking him up. And I guess Detroit, probably the biggest signing of the morning, Christian Fisher going to the Red Wings. So he's probably the most significant. Well, I guess Evan Rodriguez is up there as well. All right, game coming back from commercial break. Here come the Red Sox. First pitch in. That's going to be in there for a strike. Tristan Casas in there hitting .230 on the year, 9 home runs, 27 ribbies. Gausman ahead 0-1 now. Here's the pitch coming in down low, going to even that one up at 1-1. So that isn't what they wanted to do. Trying to get things sorted out here. Gausman adjusts the hat. Waiting to come in. Pitch in there. Gets the strike call. 1-2. Great job. It's exactly what they needed. Figuring it out. So the Blue Jays, Gausman needs to settle. Trying to figure his way out. Getting things set. 1-2 on the count. 1-1 is the scoreboard. Here's Gausman getting ready. Now he delivers. Coming in. Gets some swinging. Strike 3. You are out of here.
You're out.
Nice pitch there. Great pitch there. Jacob going to Disney in 3 weeks. Awesome, Jacob. You'll have to let us know how you enjoy it. Always a good time down at Disney. Which are you going to, Florida or California? I guess I don't have enough points to bring. Oh, there we go. Strikeout. I do have enough points. So they're already warming up. Brendan Bernardino is warming up in the pen already. So something must have happened there with the pitcher for the Red Sox, as they got somebody warming up. Gausman has it even right now, 1-1 with 1 out on the board. He's got 3 strikeouts this afternoon. Pitch coming in, fouled back, so that's going to bring it to 1-2 the count. We're planning a Florida Disney trip for March. Awesome prep. Goss Bear signed with the Wings. Yeah, I saw that. Detroit, they've been real busy. They've made some good signings. This one going to be fouled back yet again.
Foul ball.
So Gausman hanging in 1-2. Good velocity today, mid-90s, 95, 96. Able to drop it down to 88. Gausman, now he's going to deliver. Coming in, this one is going to be fouled back yet again. So a good set of hitting here by Hernandez to fight off these pitches. Hernandez is only hitting .229 on the season, but finding a way. Jacob, I like Kevin Hayes a lot. I think Kevin Hayes is a good player. Depends. He's not overly consistent, but when he's on, he is on. I'm heading to Nova Scotia tomorrow. Oh, sweet Beverly. Going out east at 2 a.m. Are you trying to avoid traffic? Why the 2 a.m. start time? That's funny. Here's the pitch coming in outside. Doesn't get that call. Another full count, 3-2. He's now blue. I saw that. St. Louis has had a couple decent signings as well. I think the Blues are trying to really rebuild and rebuild quickly. Here's the pitch coming in, fouled back. So Gausman has thrown a lot of pitches so far. He's up to 40 pitches. And we're only here in the top of the second inning. So Hernandez getting set. Here's Gausman, the 3-2, trying to put him away. Blows it by him. Strike. Gets the call.
Strike 3, you're out.
4 strikeouts on the day. Sweet little pitch there. Yeah, Jacob, we'll talk about the Blues. Hang around. I'll talk about the Blues at the next commercial break. I'll do a rundown for you of what they've done. Oh, no, and one of the foul balls came back and smashed Hazel May's computer. So Hazel May's laptop destroyed by a foul ball. The screen is shattered. And Kevin Gausman delivering another strike. That's so funny. The Blue Jays kind of Sportsnet media correspondent Hazel May gets her laptop smashed. The shortstop, David Hamilton, is in here. Gonna take another pitch for strike 2. So Hamilton gonna step out for a moment. I was on the ferry, Nova Scotia, once, like 4 or 5 a.m. It was crazy early. Yeah. I'd like to get out there myself sometime. I have not had the chance to get out east. Here's the 0-2, looking to put him away. Foul back. Foul back. Staying alive. Gausman was starting to find his groove. It took him over 40 pitches to get there. He's now about to deliver 45. Oh, Curtis, that's awesome. Pitch coming in. The foul back again. So Gausman, usually he's pretty good about getting these pitches passed. That was a 98.3 mile an hour pitch, not able to do it. We know what the black screen means. Does he put him away, or is this a foul out? Gausman, the 0-2, 2 outs. It's about to come to an end. Pitch in there for a strike. He got him. Unbelievable. I bet the laptop is covered. I'm sure it is, Dallas. I'm sure it is. All right, Jacob. So what the St. Louis Blues have done so far and who they have, looking at their roster, the Blues with Jordan Kyrou, Robert Thomas, Braden Shen, Pavel Buchnevich, Brendan Saad. That is a solid core. You then sign and bring in a Kevin Hayes. Kevin Hayes is going to be a great addition. You still have a year of Kasperi Kapanen, who's a decent player, can be. So he's going to be in your bottom 6 of the lineup. Samwelb12, a nice kid there, 27 years of age, cheap depth player. Jake Neighbors, the youngster you guys have, he's going to become a solid player. When we look at the defensive core for your team, for the Blues, Justin Falk, Torrey Krug, Carlton Perienko, and Nick Leddy. What a serious core there. And of course, you got Bertuzzo as well, Marco Scandella. So some nice defense there for the Blues. And you got Jordan Binnington. So I think the next thing right now the Blues need to do is find a backup goaltender. That's going to be key. You're going to need a nice backup goaltender so Binnington doesn't need to play a ton of hockey. So Jacob, I think that team is going to be pretty darn good. Malcolm Subban. So when we scroll down, so right now Malcolm Subban is sitting with a minor league deal. So he's sitting as a minor leaguer. He's not technically on the NHL roster. So the Blues have 5 goaltenders to minor league deals right now. Malcolm Subban and the others are draft picks. So one of them will have to get the call up. It just hasn't been done as of yet. So good all-around roster. I'll be honest though, Malcolm Subban has not played a ton at the NHL level. I don't know if you'd want him stepping up as your immediate backup, but maybe now is his time to prove himself and get things going. And the Blues had 3 first-round draft picks. Yeah, they've been real busy the last couple of days. But I like how that team is coming together. I expect them to be improved. Detroit to me is one of the winners of the first day of free agency. The Red Wings have really kind of pulled things together, and they're going to be much improved since last season. So I expect big things from them. The Sabres as well. We're going to see lots of new look teams. I think the Penguins made some great moves. So Matt Chapman comes up to bat. Chappie, he's 0-1. Now he's going to even the count at 1-1. Chapman, I like Chapman a lot. He can make some great plays at third base. He's very athletic, and he's got a decent bat. So I like Chapman. Like to see what he can do. Pitch coming in. He's going to take that one on the corner for a strike. So 1-2 the count now. You know, the Red Wings adding JT Compher just the other day. That's a nice pickup. Of course, Klim Kostin was a nice pickup. They got him locked up to a deal. They still got Dominic Kubulik, who I like a lot. So some good picks. Of course, Shane Gostisbehere, signing him. You got Big Ben Sherratt they signed previously. I think the one mistake Detroit made was signing Justin Hall. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Chapman goes down on the strikeout. They did sign two goaltenders, though, James Reimer and Alex Lyon. I like these picks. James Reimer, you know, he's hit or miss. But Alex Lyon, what we saw him do when he played in Florida, he was absolutely incredible. So I think the Wings did get a whole lot better, but the only mistake I think they made was signing Justin Hall to as much money as they did. Any Toronto fan will tell you what you're going to get with Justin Hall. Pitch coming into Varsho. First pitch for a strike. 226 Varsho is at. 12 homers, 29 RBIs. I like Klaus Kostin. He is good. I was shocked the Oilers kind of gave him up. Him and Yamamoto. Yamamoto as well. Some nice players being moved off of Edmonton for next to nothing, really. I didn't see Yamamoto on the roster here. Varshow's going to lift this one to right field. It's going to carry, and that's going to be a fly out. So not a good continuation here from the Jays. And of course, Christian Fischer being added by the Red Wings as well. So they're going to be a much improved team. A lot of these teams are improving greatly. We're waiting for Toronto to make some moves. Whit Merrifield comes up now in a tie game, 1-1. Pitch going to be down low. 1-0 the count. 2 outs on the board. Merrifield is hitting 286. Sam, we need to get you and Bo Bichette the headband where Dallas, that would be awesome. Panthers signed somebody today. They did, John. The Panthers did make a signing. Hey, Morgan, how's it going? Welcome in. Panthers, again, super busy. What is going on with my computer here? This one is going to be hit hard down the left field line and foul. Nice drive there. Merrifield taking it all the way down, just putting it foul. The Panthers, though, they're going to need some help. And they're going to get a little help with Evan Rodriguez, but they lost a couple of good bodies. Here's a wild pitch going by. I mean, they still got Barkov, Kachuk, Sam Reinhart, Sam Bennett, Carter Verhaeghe. You add Evan Rodriguez in there. You got Listerine, Nick Cousins. One of the big spots that they needed to fill, and they kind of did with Mikola, was that of Gudis. Line to third base, thrown over to first in time. That's going to do it for the Blue Jays. They are done here in the bottom of the second. We are going top of the third inning. As we continue to talk baseball, we're talking free agency from the NHL. For the Florida Panthers, we got Ekblad in there, Montour, Forsling, Mikola, Ekman Larson they also signed, and Mike Riley. They got Kulikov as well and Mahara. So the Panthers got themselves set. I would like to see another big signing. They don't have a ton of cap space available, so if they did, they might have to get a little creative. They have some salary relief with Spencer Knight, who's still in the NHL Player Assistance Program. I think they do need a better backup because Sergei Bobrovsky, he can't carry the whole load. And Anthony Storles, we'll have to see how he does. Knight would be that backup, but who knows what his spot is going to be like coming out of the Player Assistance Program. So we will continue to watch and see any new big signings that do come through on the day. Boston Bruins having, you know what, Jeffrey, Boston has done pretty good. They signed some good players the other day as well. Can I filter this? What are the odds it will allow me to filter? Maybe not from this screen. Oh, that's unfortunate because I really like this screen. All right, let's go. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. Let me tell you about those Boston Bruins. So Boston, of course, you heard the big thing Boston did was the return of Milan Lucic. So Lucic going back to the Bruins, James Van Riemsdyk going to the Bruins. So nice couple of pickups there. And of course, Morgan Geekie, the youngster, signing in Boston. So a couple good pickups. I think that'll hold over nicely with Boston. They got Kevin Shattenkirk as well. So couple key roster moves. All right, top of the third inning, Gausman back on the mound. First pitch into Wong is a strike. Connor Wong averaging a 223, 6 homers, 18 RBIs. Gausman taking the count down real low, coming in outside, going to even it up at 1-1. So a lot of rumors still going around. I don't know about you guys, but we were watching Twitter yesterday, and Twitter was just having all kind of issues. Gausman coming in, that one's foul back, 1-2. Apparently, Twitter is limiting now how many tweets people can see, and people are not happy about it at all. So I got some rumors to share with you guys, because who doesn't like rumors? Big swing and a miss. Another strikeout by Big K. Kevin Gausman. Boom shakalaka. Let's see if we can get that redeem strikeout. Let's see if we can get this to work.
Almost every Red Sox fan I know that they traded away.
Oh, I don't have enough chips. I don't have enough chips to do redeem strikeout. So that's going to bring Duran back up. He's 1 for 1 with a double. Redeem, where are my points? I goes from on. That's funny. Here's the pitch coming in. This one is going to be fouled back. All the points were recycled and donated. There it is. There it is. Dallas bringing out the strikeout. The new one we've added. Pitch coming in low. That's going to be 2-1. So I have a little bit of Maple Leaf rumor. Little Maple Leaf rumors. Of course, we don't know how the truth to this. But the reasons Ryan O'Reilly chose Nashville over Toronto. Oh, and this one is going to be driven hard to right field, back to the wall, off the big Sobe sign in right field. It's going to be another double for Duran. He's in there, 2 for 2 today, 2 doubles on the day. That's going to be, I believe, his 23rd double of the year. Wow, he hit this a ton. Just crushed this one way back and put it off the wall. Nice set of hitting, and with that speed, he's in there standing up for a double. So apparently, the reason he left, the reason Ryan O'Reilly chose, because remember what they were saying is term and cost were not an issue. Toronto was in there with term and the dollar number. Here's the pitch now coming into Turner, inside for a ball. Apparently, the 5 reasons Ryan O'Reilly left. 1 was the coach. Rumor has it he was not a fan of Sheldon Keefe, which I'm not surprised. It seemed like most of the locker room had tuned him out for a long time. Pitch coming in, down low, ball 2. The lack of captain leadership was reason number 2. And to me, that's a direct indication that John Tavares is not captain material. We've talked about this from time to time. We don't really see Tavares, that stand-up guy. He's a fairly quiet guy. Missing down low. Gausman now behind 3-0. He seems rattled with Duran on second base. Number 3, the reason Ryan O'Reilly left is it's a toxic player locker room, meaning the players are acting like a bunch of spoiled brats. And we see this with Nylander, with Marner. These guys walk around like they're God's gift. Finally gets a pitch in there, and it's a strike. Number 4, a lack of winning spirit. And number 5, the Toronto media. So essentially, wherever these rumors are coming from, wherever they're started, there's some truth to this, because you can believe each and every one of those 5 points. Give the C to Matthews. You know what, Dallas? I don't even know if that's the answer. And he's going to miss. Gausman misses on the outside.
Ball 4.
He's going to walk him. So just like that, with 1 out on the board, Boston has runners on first and second base. But that walk is okay because it sets up the double play. What's your thoughts on the Devils' moves during free agency? Nick, welcome in. And thanks for joining us. The Devils were busy as well, if I recall. They made a bunch of moves. Let me see. Can I bring up just the Devils' moves? So one of the big signings I think was great for New Jersey was bringing in Eric Shallegren. So I don't know how much you know about Shallegren. We saw him a lot here in Toronto. He came in when both Matt Murray and Samsonov got hurt. Shallegren pretty much came in and held down the fort with Wall. And when he played, he was outstanding. I'm shocked Toronto didn't sign him. I know they have Wall above him on the depth chart. And in fairness for Shallegren, he needs to be with an NHL team. So signing him to pretty much the league minimum for 1 year is a great pickup by the Devils. So I think that is a really, really good move if they can utilize him. Some of the other picks really seem to be more some depth, some roster or, depth moves. Picking up Colin Miller in a trade is nice. This is going to be thrown over to Bo. They get the lead, they get the force, but he can't turn it over to get 2. So 2 outs now on the board, runners on the corners. So Colin Miller will come in. He'll be a good D. Nathan Bastian, a good, gritty right winger. Michael McLeod, nice pickup there. So I think they did okay. Not a lot of big impact players New Jersey signed, but I think what they did sign is getting them some depth. Of course, Jersey has such a solid core, and they signed a bunch of players. I know, John, that scares me a lot. Pitch coming in high, swing as Devers swinging there at that pitch. 0 for 1 the count. He is 1 for 1 today. I tell you, Klingberg, to me, he's not is he an upgrade from Justin Hall? Barely. To be honest, you know what you're going to get with Justin Hall. Justin Hall, he blocks a lot of shots. Yes, he turns over the puck at times, but so does Klingberg. So that's essentially what you did. You lost Justin Hall, you replaced Justin Hall. I know Klingberg was the big free agent 2 years ago. Everybody was like, he's the stellar defenseman you have to get. But really paying attention to him, not a fan. I don't think he helps us all that much. Here's the 0-2, 2 outs. Gausman trying to get out of this. Runners on the corners. Pitch coming in inside, doesn't get him. 1-2 now. Jacob, how's it going? Welcome in. Go Angels. Thoughts on Quick to the Rangers? So, Nick, I'll tell you, the Rangers, I thought, even though they signed a couple old players, I thought they made some great signings. I like Blake Wheeler a lot. Wheels going to the Rangers is going to be good. This one is going to be hit past the diving Vladdy Guerrero into right field. This is going to score another one. So another RBI single here for Devers. Boston goes up 2-1. They still have runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the top of the third. So the Rangers signing Quick, it's a good backup move, right? He'll play 15 games, maybe 20 games. But I think what Jonathan Quick does for the youngster Shesterkin is he gives him that experience. He gives him a mentor, someone to work with him. So I think more than Jonathan Quick being the backup, Jonathan Quick will be there to mentor and help develop Shesterkin. So I think that's a solid pickup by the Rangers. Eichel has more cups than Matthews. You're not wrong on that one, Jacob. I don't think he's a bust. Matthews still has more goals than almost everybody in the last couple of years. But yikes. Here's a pitch coming in. Riff Snyder hits that one right down at first. Vladdy snags it, taps the bag, and that's going to do it. They finally sit the Red Sox down. We're going to go to the bottom of the third inning, where we got Alejandro Kirk, Kiermaier, and Springer due up as we continue bringing you Blue Jays baseball coverage, along with some hockey talk as we're continuing to talk about what's been going on in the world of free agency. So we're waiting to see, obviously, more signings coming in today. Let's see. Matt Dumba was bad last year. You know what, John? I'm a big Matt Dumba fan. I like Matt Dumba. I think he has a lot of potential. I'd like to see him come to Toronto. I'm hoping, that would be the case. He would fit in nicely, but there's a lot to look at when it comes to the players available and what Toronto can do to make it work. Obviously, the big rumor for the big three coming to Toronto is Matt Dumba, Tyler Bertuzzi, Max Domi. Those are the three that the stories seem to be circling around, that we're waiting for the ball to drop. But I think in order to do that, they got to settle some of their current contracts. What's the Matthews deal going to look like? How are they going to sort the Matthews part out? And then once they get the Matthews deal done, what's Nylander's going to look like? So there's a couple of things there that's going to determine how much cash they're going to have to spend. Hey, Samantha, welcome in. Sam, I have to go back and watch the end of the karaoke stream from the other night. I didn't hear your big announcement, so I got to go back and watch it. But that seems like so much fun. You guys have so much fun doing that stuff, and it's so much fun to watch. So thank you for sharing it. And if you haven't checked out Samantha Lowe's YouTube channel, you got to go check her out. So much fun. She's always bringing you the party. So thank you, Sam, for sharing. Eichel has more cups than McDavid. There you go. Here's Alejandro Kirk. He's first up for the Blue Jays here in the bottom of the third inning, already behind 0-1. Do you think that the Yotes will move out of Arizona? If so, where will they relocate to? Great question. Great question. Here's Kirk going to fly one up to first base. That's grabbed easily, and it's one down. I think eventually they will relocate. I know Bettman is working really hard to keep them somewhere in Arizona. And I got to believe the ownership group is trying to keep them in there as well. Just if it really doesn't work, there comes a point in time when you just got to say, hey, this isn't going to work. And you got to shift gears. Here's a pitch coming into Kiermaier. Kiermaier's 271 on the year. Takes it outside for a ball. So will they eventually move out? Yes, I think they will. There was actually a big rumor that I heard about the ownership group, if they couldn't make it work in Arizona, was thinking about sending them back to Hartford and bringing back the Whalers. I don't think there's any legs to that, but that would certainly be interesting. Leafs need better defense and goalies before they can win. So here's Kiermaier going to foul this one off. I don't mind Samsonov as a goaltender. He just needs some help, right? You need to have a good duo. Him and Wall together, I think, can play well if they do a proper split squad. I think it was just a little too much for him, and I think he got worn out at the end. Defense is a yes. I agree. They need better defense. Kiermaier going to drive this one in a left center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. So Kiermaier is on. No Quebec before her. I agree, Dallas. I would love to see a team go back to Quebec. Kerfoot signed with the Coyotes. Yeah, Kerfoot, good signing for them. Listen, good for him, right? Good for a lot of these ex-Leaf players that they're starting to get paid. Justin Hall, he got himself a pretty big contract, which was, you got to be happy for him. And there we go. There's going to be a little change for the Boston Red Sox. Just like that, they're going to make a pitching change. Obviously, something has got to be up here. There's, no need to pull him out in the third inning. So he must have aggravated something, and he's gonna come out. I'm trying to find the Miles Wood signed in Colorado. That's a nice signing. I'm trying to find. Oh, I know. I could just go here, Arizona. Alex Kerfoot. There he is. So he gets 2 years, $7 million. So 3.5. That's a heck of a deal for Alexander Kerfoot. Like, good for him, right? He gets that $3.5 million, pretty much what he's been getting the whole time, but he's not taking a demotion. Toronto, no way they were going to pay him that again. They didn't get the productivity from him. So good for him for getting the pay, right? Getting that payday coming in. That's huge. Really good for him. Let's go to Toronto again. So I'm still kind of miffed. I keep checking the Toronto page just to see if any more signings come in, but nothing in as of yet. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not missing any of your comments. Leafs need to bring back Cujo, Matz, and Darcy. Matz and Darcy still look like they could probably go today. If Florida doesn't choke again, you think they'll be cup bound? So, Nick, Florida needs some help. Florida definitely needs some help. They still have their core together, right? They still have that core group. Losing Gudas is a big loss for the Panthers. He was a big, dirty grinder, a big, solid hitter. They bring in Evan Rodriguez. That's a decent pickup. Rodriguez, he's, what is he coming in at? $3 million. Where is he? Can I get his stats? What did he do last year? Last year in Colorado, Rodriguez played 69 games, had 39 points. So he's almost a 20-goal scorer between Pittsburgh and Colorado. So that'll give them a little bump. Here's a new pitcher coming in. Toronto right away going to hit this up the middle. Springer's going to hit that into center field. That's going to move Kiermaier to second. So just like that, the Blue Jays get a couple on. So Springer, he rips that through. Quirt coming in relief. Caleb Ort comes in relief of Bernardo. So obviously there was some kind of issue with the Red Sox pitching, and Toronto going to find themselves with 2 on here with only 1 out. So Bichette coming in, he's 0 for 1, struck out in the first. Come on, Bichette, redemption time. Here's a pitch coming in high for ball 1. He did sign in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was busy. They were really busy yesterday. They signed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11 guys Pittsburgh signed between yesterday and today. So super, super busy. Of course, not all of them are notable players. Of course, Achari, he gets a 3-year deal worth $2 million a year, $6 million total. So nice little signing for Dubas, bringing Achari over. Here's Bichette. He's ahead 2-0. Pitch down low. Gets us a ball and in safe in third base. Kiermaier steals third. What wheels? Kiermaier on the jump. Good jump. Gets over and steals third. And it's actually a double steal. A double steal by the Blue Jays. So Kiermaier goes. Bichette goes. Bichette got a very late jump. They tried to get Kiermaier at third, but they skipped the ball in the dirt. Misses the tag. It was actually there in time, but he missed the tag. It just on the hop, he had to go get the ball. His glove was just high. Kiermaier slides in under it. He's safe. And as soon as Springer saw Kiermaier going, he broke for second. So a double steal for the Blue Jays. Brings up Bichette, who lines one down the right field line. Down in the corner. This is going to score one. It could score two. Bichette sliding into second base. He's out of there. A two-run single for Bichette. Bichette is thrown out at second base. You know what? This is back-to-back days of poor base running for Bichette. Bichette runs through the stop sign, effectively costing the Jays the win yesterday. In a bad set of base running here, Bichette just a slow turnaround first. So why did Bichette even try? He was on his horse the whole time. It was actually a great throw by the right fielder. So the Jays are going to challenge the tag on Bichette. Bichette sliding in. The tag actually goes between the arms to get Bichette in the chest. The question is, did his hand touch first or did the ball tag his chest first? But, you know, Bichette seems a little slow on his running. Zach Cassian is still a free agent. I don't think we want Cassian. Now that we got Reeves, we don't want Cassian as well. You don't want two of those guys. The crowd is applauding on the replay shown in the Sky Dome. They think it might be overturned. The Penguins also picked up Graves. Former Devil going to miss. Yeah, Ryan Graves a good pickup as well. So they are going to say on the review that Bo Bichette is out. So a failed challenge there for the Jays. And the Jays scoring two. They actually take the lead now, 3-2. Still two outs here with Brendan Belt. Belt coming up. He homered in the first inning with that solo shot. Brings his average up to 256. 3-2 the count. Setting it up. And Belt's going to hammer that one, but foul down the first base line. Dallas. Do you want Bertuzzi or Domi? So yeah, let me finish my thought on those. My first choice would be Bertuzzi. Big swing and a miss by Belt, 1 and 2. I think Bertuzzi is just going to want too much money. Bertuzzi also had problems in the past coming into Canada. When he was on Detroit, he refused to get vaccinated, and because of the Canadian border rules, he couldn't come to play when Detroit came to town. Swing and a miss, he's going to strike him out. That's going to do it for the Jays. In the bottom of the third, we're going to go back to the top of the fourth, where the Blue Jays now have the lead. So Bertuzzi would be my first choice. I don't think they can afford him. Domi would be a nice pickup. Again, Domi, he's played on a whole lot of teams, right? In just a few short years. So that's got to tell you something about Domi. I've heard he has one of those personalities where he thinks he's better than he is, and he causes some trouble in the locker room. Coming to Toronto will only make that worse, especially with his dad, Ty Domi, and the clout that he pulls around here. But I think he would be a good addition. Listen, I like what I saw of him last year. I thought he was a real contributor, so it wouldn't be a bad pickup. And of course, Matt Dumba, we talked about earlier. I think he would be a good kind of second pairing forward to have in there. So it's going to be interesting to see what Toronto can do. I am going to do a little recap video of all the signings for today, and we'll post that later. We're going to see if we can get it out in a short like we did with our previous short that went out. So if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe. We keep bouncing around 8,200. So hit that subscribe, get us back up to 8,200, and make sure you hit the like on this video. We appreciate it so very much. Do you think Reeves will play well in Toronto? I saw him playing MSG for the Rangers. The Rangers played their fourth liners at night and lost to Montreal. So, Nick, I am afraid. I'm very afraid of Ryan Reeves. C-Arms, how's it going? I've had a feeling Domi would become a Leaf the day. I bet the talentless team would be humble around him. I hope so. It's almost like it's meant to be, right? But talking about Reeves, our good friend and partner channel, the Bear Shark from the Florida Park Explorers, gave him the nickname Pillow Hands. And he gave him Pillow Hands for a reason, because as we've watched Reeves play, for being a big, tough guy, he really seemed to fade away. And here's a big liner right up. Bichette's going to snag that. Flips it over to Vladdy just in time. Bo a little too nonchalant on that, but gets it over. The Jays retire the first batter of the inning. So if Ryan Reeves is going to come in here and play, he's got to work hard to change my mind. Right now, I don't think to have him for 3 years, essentially we have him till he's 39, if I recall. That's a long time, and he's going downhill. He's a little bit of a liability with the puck. So where do you play him? If he's just going to come in as a fourth-line player, why not bring up Kyle Clifford for league minimum and have him do the same thing? Yes, Ryan Reeves is respected in the league, and yes, people are afraid of him. But he's got to prove he's worth it for me right now. I don't have a high bar for Ryan Reeves. And listen, he did an interview with TSN up here in Ontario the other day when he got drafted. He was funny, good personality, seemed like a really good guy. I just like to see his game come across the way he talks about it. Here's Hernandez up, 7th hitter. He's 0-1 so far today. Big cut there. And a strikeout by Gausman. Gausman is ripping it. 7 strikeouts. Is that number 8 on the day? Gausman is just on fire today. He's given up a couple of hits, 4 hits, and he's given up 2 runs. But 7 strikeouts is absolutely incredible. Yeah, slow connection, but it's all good now. I'm sending you creepy. So here's a pitch coming in. Another strike thrown by Gausman. Unbelievable. So we'll see what they can do. Pitch coming in down low. Did he go around? No, he doesn't. 1-1 is the call. You know what? When you draft so late in the first round, it's very difficult to give an opinion because we just don't know how those guys are going to transform, right? Those late round picks, they could be superstars or they could be nobodies. And the pitch misses Gausman and goes all the way to second base. Hello, Eleanor. Welcome. And Eleanor, I hope everything is going well with the journey so far. So 3-2 Toronto. We're in the top of the 4th inning. 2-1 the count. 2 outs on the board. Gausman has been a beast. He's got 7 strikeouts. Jordan, what's going on? Welcome in, buddy. This one is going to be skied back. Does Kirk have a play on it? No, it's going to go over the net into the crowd. So 2-2 is the count. Gausman, 77 pitches thrown so far through 3 2/3. That's a lot of pitches. Gausman getting ready. We know it's coming. Is it a strikeout? Is it a flyout? What's he going to do? Pitch coming in. That's going to be lined right to first. Vladdy bobbles it, scoops it up, touches the bag, and that's going to do it. Boston stands up. They sit down, and Toronto going to be right back at it in the bottom of the 4th inning with Guerrero, Chapman, and Varsho. Toronto looking to extend their lead. Triton coming in. What's good, buddy? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Sunshine State, and hope all is well. Have you guys arrived at your destination, or are you still in transit? And Triton, by the way, the points have been reset. So you have 0 points. That was a very evil laugh of me. I would let's just say what it is. But welcome in. You are there. Gosh, so happy to hear that. I've been stalking you. Just kidding. Tracking you. Just kidding. We've been watching along, listening, waiting for your updates. So thank you for keeping us posted on your journey. Oh, Dallas getting that freeze. There we go. Dallas redeeming those points early to pick up that freeze. I kind of want to take a screenshot of that Streamlabs telling Triton that you have no points. So Vladdy coming up. Vladdy at 276. He's 283 since 2019, which is pretty good. Vladdy, a good overall average. You've been stalking him. Just admit it. That's right. I have my drones following him. I just need to make sure he gets where he says he's going. That's all. So Vladdy's got 2 years left on his deal before he potentially hits free agency. So it'll be interesting to see what Vladdy does come that time. Here's Nick Pivetta coming in, another new pitcher for the Boston Red Sox. So the Boston Red Sox moving their pitching staff around every inning here. John K, welcome in. Thanks for joining us today. Vladdy was 0 for 1 with a line out, a long line out in the first. Looking to get it going. Panthers talking to Tyler Bertuzzi. You know what, John? I wouldn't hate that either. Here's Vladdy, big cut. He's going to miss there. Going to bring the count to 1-1. Listen, I'd hate for the Panthers to steal him away from Toronto, but if he had to go to another team, I'd be okay with that one. And actually, I think that would be a great acquisition for the Panthers. You should do a collab with Steve Dangle, another Leaf fan. Yeah, Nick. Hey, listen, I'd be open to it. I think he's got way more on his plate. He's got a ton going on, but we do our Leaf play-by-play streams. We have a lot of fun during Maple Leaf season where we're calling games live, doing play-by-play, news updates, and everything. So, yeah, we have a great time during hockey season and following along with the Leafs. 1-2 the count to Vladdy. Here's the pitch outside. Gonna let that one go. 2-2 the count now. If Vladdy leaves, can we chain ourselves to the Sky Dome? Within reach of the hot dogs, of course. You have to be within reach of those dogs. Reed Post is a mean person. Triton, that's awesome. Vladdy's going to drive this one. Nice little diving play by the shortstop. That is scooped up by Hamilton. What a great diving play. Vladdy is called out.
He's out.
Nice pitch. He got a hold of it, but just a great stop by the shortstop to dive across and make a great catch there. That was outstanding. So that's going to bring the ice cream man, Matt Chapman, up. Chappie takes the first pitch high, ball 1. So Chapman had a strikeout in the second inning. His average is currently sitting at 265 with 11 homers, 38 RBIs on the year. Here's the pitch coming in. Chapman's going to hammer this one to third base. Picked up, thrown over. Will he get him? In time. Nice little play there. 2 infield outs. Nice little play by the third baseman and the shortstop. Wow, that was tough. That was tough. If this is your first time finding us here on the channel, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you being here. Make sure you do tap that thumbs up, that like button. It helps us immensely. And of course, hit that subscribe. We're hovering around 8,200, going up, going down. So we're sitting at that good point. Of course, coming up over the next couple of weeks, I don't think we're going to be able to bring you any of the White Sox series because we got a lot going on this week. But we will definitely have more videos, recaps, and shorts coming out, so stay tuned for those. Varsho coming up. He's 0 for 1 today. Going to foul that back. Even count now, 1-1. Bertuzzi wants to go to Maple Leafs with Domi. So they want to go together as a package, eh? That would be cool. That would be pretty sweet. Here's Varsho, the 1-1 count, 2 outs, looking to keep the inning going. Big cut, and he's going to miss there. 1-2 now. So Toronto, you know, their record is okay when you look at the American League as a whole, but when you look at their division, they're in trouble. Ball going to jump down. Did he go around? No, they didn't. So it's going to be 2-2 now. Toronto not getting a lot accomplished. They're kind of dropping down. They needed to win these games against the Red Sox. Here's the 2-2 coming in down low. 3-2 gonna miss. Something the Jays haven't driven to a lot of 3-2 full counts, but this one is 3-2 with 2 outs. So the East Division, Toronto just a little bit ahead of Boston. The Yankees, they were in reach of us, but our couple of losses put us back further from the Yankees. And they're going to lose Varsho. Varsho is going to walk on ball 4. Tampa Bay, of course, is absolutely ripping it right now. 57 wins, which is the most in the majors. So Tampa Bay, Baltimore, and New York having unbelievable starts. You know, if Toronto was in any other division, they'd be looking better. They got 45 wins. Toronto's 45 wins are more than any team in the Central Division. It ties them with Houston for second in the West Division. It puts them just behind Miami in the East Division. It puts them for the lead in the National League Central Division. And it puts them just behind the Dodgers in the National League West Division. So the Jays, who have a decent record, are just in trouble because their division is so strong. Toronto right now, they're sitting half a game behind Houston in the wild card. Big swing and a miss there. Merrifield is up now as Varsho's on first. So Toronto's 45-39. Houston is 45-38. So Toronto is going to be in tough because, you know, Baltimore and New York, they're going to take the 1-2 wild card spots, which means Toronto is going to be battling Houston, the Angels, and the Red Sox all season long for that last one wild card spot, which is really unfortunate. It's a 1-2 count with 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the pitch, and Merrifield is going to go outside the strike zone to knock that one foul. Host, you are mean after I'm wearing Leaf shirts all of... Oh, Triton. It's the little things we get to do. Woo! That's what I get to say for taking your points away. Here's going to be one chopped foul yet again. So Toronto holds the lead right now, 3-2. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. How good will Bedard be in Chicago? You know, that's going to be interesting, Nick. I think Bedard eventually is going to be, he's going to be incredible. The one thing Bedard has going against him is his size. Now, we've watched him in the juniors. We've watched what he can do, and he is a very solid player. He doesn't play like he's 5'10", right? He hits hard. And this one is going to be driven to right field. Hang on. Back to the track, and that's caught. That's going to do it. Jays are done in the 4th. We're going to top of 5. So when we talk about Connor Bedard, his size for me is something we got to watch. When you compare him to McDavid, McDavid is 6'1". So McDavid has that size that he can use to advantage. I know it's only a couple of inches, but in the league where most players are 6 feet and over, it makes a big difference. So is Connor Bedard going to come out in year 1 and have 100 points? Probably not. Would he get 60 points? That's kind of where I'm expecting him to sit in year 1, kind of that 60-point range. The The other problem you have in Chicago is Chicago's kind of rebuilding. Chicago needs a lot of help. And that, I think, is going to hurt Bedard's performance, because right now, who do they have? They have Taylor Hall. Okay. Taylor Hall isn't the Taylor Hall he used to be. You know, Tyler Johnson is not the Tyler Johnson he used to be. Nick Foligno, not the Nick Foligno they used to be. Corey Perry, you know, he was a fourth line player on Tampa Bay. Andreas Inithiasis, I can never pronounce his name. Atheniasu, you know, not that great. So Chicago has a bunch of bottom six forwards. So, you know, it's going to be interesting because Bedard could come in and be your number one center, right? Your top line center. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Chicago does. And it's going to be tough for them, right? It's just going to be very, very difficult. But we'll see. I'm sure he'll have a decent season. It's if he went to Anaheim, for example, you know, with some of the talent, the young talent Anaheim has, even though they didn't have a winning record, they had people who could move the puck. So I think Chicago's going to struggle. He'll still do well, but he's not going to get a lot of the setups that you would have seen with a better team. Theo, what's going on? Apparently reporting live from the field today. That's right. We're dodging fly balls. Bedard will be 2.0. Yeah, eventually I think he will be, Dallas. Eventually. Here's Wong hitting it the Wong way. That's going to be a foul ball. 1-1 is the count right now. Jays have the lead. They're looking to hang on to it.
To Saturday, and we all know how different the numbers are for him on 4 days rest and extra rest.
So Matthew Wood. Matt Wood is he's a decent player, Matthew Wood. You want to know who he was drafted by? I can tell you. Give me one moment and I will let you know. Here's the 1-2 coming in down low, misses in the dirt. So 2-2 now is the count. Let's see. So Matthew Wood, the Nashville Predators picked up Matthew Wood. So this is a foul ball. Vladdy going over. He's going to catch it in foul territory. 1 out on the board, top of the fifth. So Matt Wood, he's a 6'4", 197-pound youngster. He was drafted 15th overall. So good pickup there by the Preds. So here's Jarren Duran. Duran is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. Can he go 3 for 3 and make it a third double? Big pitch coming in. Strike. Just blew that one by him. Oh, John, for sure. When you have a body that size, when you're 6'4", you're gonna make an impact. This is gonna be driven right up the middle. It's gonna be in the gap. He's gonna go for 2. He's gonna go. Kiermaier gonna throw to second, and he's in there. 3 for 3. Duran with 3 doubles today. Unbelievable. Incredible. I haven't seen this in a long time. Duran going 3 for 3 with 3 doubles. That is wild. Of course, we saw areas in the Miami series go 5 for 5, but 3 for 3 with 3 doubles is just incredible. And the speed of Duran, he was going 2 all the way. When he saw the positioning of that ball, he did not slow up to see where they were going to get it. Wow. All right, Triton. Rest up. I know it's been a long journey for you. When Chicago got Kane first overall, it took Chicago 4 years to win the cup. There you go, David. That's right, because it takes a long time. One player, and you can ask the Edmonton Oilers this question. One player does not win you a Stanley Cup. You have to build a team around them. And you have to do it correctly. Here's the pitch coming in. 1 out on the corner. Strike 1. Turner taking the first strike there. He's 0 for 1 with a walk in the third inning. You know, McDavid went there. Draisaitl went there. The Oilers had like 3 number 1 picks in 3 years. Would they have like 4 number 1s in 5 years or something crazy like that? Pitch coming in, foul back. It's going to be strike number 2. And they still haven't been able to put it together. Tim Meza now warming up, the left-hander in the Jays bullpen. Gausman has thrown 87 pitches. It's a lot of pitches. And we're sitting here through 4 in a third. So it takes a lot to build a franchise. And when you do silly things like what the Maple Leafs have done, where you have most of your salary tied up in 4 players, really hurts your ability to build a good team. You know, when you look at the Stanley Cup champs of the past couple of years, the Vegas Golden Knights, they had a lot of good talent, but they were $14 million over the salary cap in the playoffs. Because there's no cap in the playoffs, they're able to do that. The Tampa Bay Lightning were the same. I think they were $8 million over the cap in the playoffs when they won. This one is going to be a blooper right to Bo. He's going to pick it up, throw it over to first in time. Vladdy had to go down low to scoop that one. A poor throw by Bichette. A poor throw by Bichette. Vladdy says something to Bichette, and Bichette kind of looked at his hand, and I don't know if he said my bad or it slipped, but he said something. Who will think that Taves will be on the Toronto Maple Leafs today? I don't think so, Morgan. I don't think Taves is going to sign in Toronto. I'm hearing he's having some health concerns, and I don't know what Taves is going to do. So depending on his health, I mean, if he's healthy and he can still go, yeah, he's a good pickup for a kind of league minimum amount. But again, you got to be careful with some of those guys. Killorn signed with the Ducks. Yeah, it's a good pickup for them. Killorn, that's a big loss for Tampa Bay. Killorn was a key contributor there for sure. Gausman going down low again, 2-0. You know, Gausman has struggled each time we've seen Duran on second base. And that's when they've been able to score. Duran is fast. Gausman is behind, 2-0, 2 outs. Here's the pitch coming in. This one is going to be fouled back. So 2-1 the count now. You know, we hope the Maple Leafs, we hope they know what they're doing. I mean, they're a professional club. You'd like to believe so. But there's a lot of players you see signing that social media sitting here going, why did they not get in on that guy? Why didn't they sign? Now, we have no idea who Tree Living is talking to. And there might be valid reasons why certain players didn't come here. Pitch is low, but gets the call, 2-2. Again, don't forget, a lot of people are not happy with Sheldon Keefe as a coach, right? That makes it tough. Let's do a little refresh here and see if we got any new rumors going around. This is going to be fouled back, 2-2 the count. Elliot Friedman on NHL Network earlier today said Tyler Bertuzzi and Max Domi, one team that hasn't made lots of noise today, I think had some interest in Bertuzzi's Toronto. Oh, this is just saying there's interest. Yes, we know there's interest. Here's a pitch coming in. This is going to be fouled back again. You know, Edmonton picking up Connor Brown yesterday, that was a great signing as well. Connor Brown is a good goal scorer. He's got some good wheels. So that is going to be a key item. You know, you get rid of Yamamoto and you slide in Connor Brown there. If Connor Brown is going to play alongside Draisaitl, man, that's a lethal combination. Edmonton can have one of the best top 6 in the league. Let's just see what else is going on. You know, the Devils are going to have a pretty good top 6 as well. Certainly going to be interesting around the National Hockey League come the fall. So another full count here. Gausman.
Got a good hitter
Full count to Vertigo. He's 0 for 2 today. You still got a runner on second base. There's 2 outs. We know that Eric Carlson still, he wants a trade, wants out of San Jose. I certainly don't want Eric Carlson in Toronto. I don't think they can afford him. Here's Gausman setting up, delivering. That's going to be driven into center field. Kiermaier had to stop, back up. Now he makes the catch. And that's going to do it. The Jays get themselves out of trouble. And the crowd is coming alive as well. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning with Kirk, Kiermaier, and Springer all due up. So some nice pickups there. Lots of talk going around Twitter right now about the Leafs locker room and how it's not a good place to be. I know some of the rumors that came out about Ryan O'Reilly, one of the things he was saying was the bad attitude in the locker room and the entitlement, if you will. And it's crazy that these rumors continuing to come out across social media. You know, it was just a few years before when it was Patrick Marleau saying how great it was in the locker room. And who do you pin that on? If you're on a team and the team just doesn't have a great locker room attitude, is that the captain's responsibility? Whose responsibility is it when your locker room is kind of falling apart? Be interested to see your thoughts on that. But again, if you're new, if you're just coming in, if you're watching us in the background, thank you for being here and joining us today. My name is Sam. This is the Samwelb12 Experience. We bring you some baseball over the summer months. We focus on hockey come the fall through the spring, and we are your NHL destination, primarily for Maple Leafs, but we bring you news and updates of the Panthers, the Sabres, and everybody else. We are your NHL destination. So they're just coming back from commercial break. The Jays looking to continue building on their lead as Gausman probably is done for the day. Schneider comes over, a little handshake, a little pat on the back. So Gausman, I think, is going to be done. So he's going to pitch through 5 innings, and that's going to bring Captain Kirk up here to start the bottom of the 5th. Kirk is 0 for 1 today. A little curve in there. Got him on the corner. Strike 1 call. Nice set of pitching. So here's Kirk waiting for the next pitch to come in. Swing, and he's going to foul that one back. It's pretty funny to read how social media continues to be ripping these moves apart. So we'll see. Maybe Toronto's working on something that we just don't know. Pitch coming in. Kirk's going to hit this one up the middle. Scooped up, thrown over to first in time. Kirk is done. Jets and Sharks made a trade. Do we have a trade? Do we have a trade to talk about? Who was the trade involving? Was that wasn't for hang on, let's see. That wasn't Carlson, was it? Did they just trade Carlson to the Jets? No, it was not Carlson. So a little minor league deal here. Leon Gowenke going to the Sharks in exchange for Artem Kanazev going to the Jets. So here comes Kiermaier. Kiermaier 1 for 1 today. Takes the slider, drops it in for a strike. San Jose made a couple of moves today. The Sharks actually picked up Anthony Duclair from the Florida Panthers in exchange for Steven Lorentz and a 5th rounder in 2025. Sad to see Anthony Duclair leave the Panthers. Pitch going in. Kiermaier's going to foul that one off his leg. He's going to hop around a little bit, but he's behind 1-2. So, man, Duclair, he's bounced around a while as well. But I really liked him in Florida. I thought he did well on that top line, so I'm sad that they've moved him along. That's too bad. So Kiermaier's okay. He's going to step back in. 1-2 the count. 1 out. As we sit here, bottom of the 5th inning. This game moving right along. They do need cap space. They do. A lot of teams kind of getting in the mix. If you're just coming in and joining us, thanks for being here. We're 2 likes away from 40. If you haven't hit that like button yet, give it a clickety click, click, click. Pitch coming in. Big cut and a miss there. He's going to go down on strikes. So 2 down now, bottom of the inning. Toronto does have the lead they're hanging on to. Fighting to stay alive. But Kiermaier, he was, the way he swung there, he had no chance at making contact. So it brings us to Springer, George Springer, and he's 1 for 2. He's going to hammer this one right to second base. Picked up, almost took the pitcher's head off. In time, Springer is out, but he almost decapitated the Red Sox pitcher with that one. Wow, that was something. Just missed Pivetta. Wow. That was a close one. That was a great swing up the middle, but that's going to do it for the Jays. So we are now on the way to the top of the 6th. So as we're going to the top of the 6th, let's take a little look at the scoreboard from around the league. Atlanta up to a 4-2 lead over Miami. Washington 5-3 over Philadelphia. Milwaukee 3-2 over Pittsburgh. Cincinnati 2-0 over San Diego. KC 1-0 over the Dodgers. Yankees Cardinals 0-0. Texas 1-0 over Houston. So a Toronto win and a Houston loss would put Toronto back in that wild card spot. And then the next slew of games are set to kick off momentarily with Detroit, Colorado just getting underway, and then Arizona, LA, White Sox in Oakland, Tampa, Seattle, all at the 4 o'clock hour, followed by Cleveland, Chicago, San Fran, Mets at the 7 o'clock hour, and Baltimore with the early game today down to the Minnesota Twins 2-1. Those are your out-of-town stats on the day. Sounds like Bertuzzi's asking $5 million for 6 or 7 years. So if they can figure out where to get that $5 million from, I'd be interested too. Suddenly, that $5 million, you know, when you look at the Klingberg signing, you're like, did we overpay? Could we have spent some of that money on Bertuzzi? You know, would they give Klingberg $4.1 million? Little much. If you give him, I think Toronto, to free up some salary, there's 2 big things they got to do. Well, really, there's 3. We don't know the status of Jake Muzzin. He's still a long-term IR candidate, right? So there's $5.6 million of money that, you know, we'll get in reserve and relief. But we need, that doesn't happen for later. So what happens with Jake Muzzin? And of course, the other one is what happens with Matt Murray. That's $4.6 million on the books. So Tim Mesa is going to come in relief. He's going to pick up the ball here in the top of the 6th inning as we got Devers coming up. 2 at-bats. He's got 2 hits and 2 RBIs. He's going to take the first pitch in for a strike. Cartoons, what's going on? Welcome in. Great to see you. If they get him, sounds like the plan is to buy out or trade Murray, maybe trade Nylander as well. And Devers is going to hit this one up to right field, so a leadoff single here. Yeah, 4.5 for Klingberg. So you have to. You got to get rid of Murray. Either trade him or buy him out. So you get rid of Murray. The Nylander thing looks like it's going to happen. And thank you for the likes. There we go, 40 likes. It almost seems like the Nylander trade has to happen, right? Refstein going to come up. He's going to drive this one also in a right field. So back-to-back hits for the Sox. And that's going to put runners on the corners with no outs here. Runners on the corners, no outs. Not a great start for Mesa as Mesa comes in here. Yikes. So Nylander, he's looking for anywhere, in the nines, high nines, low tens. Toronto wants him in the eights. You look at the Pierre-Luc Dubois contract, that's kind of what you want to give Nylander. Nylander should be somewhere in the eights. There's no way he comes down, and I don't think Tree Living wants to play this whole strike game, the holdout. Well, I guess he's not really a holdout, but you don't want him to go into the season not having a deal done, and then you're forced to make a move at the trade deadline, and you're not going to get your full potential. So it's better move him now, move Nylander now, free up all that money, sign in Bertuzzi, sign in Domi, bring them both in. I think it would be a good move. How have the Blue Jays been playing so far this year? You know what? Cartoons, they've been playing okay. They have a good record, but being in the division they're in, they're at the bottom of that division. So Toronto has a tough division to play in, and they're struggling right now. That's going to be the other issue, John, is Samsonov, what he's going to want. And Samsonov, you're going to be battling for a contract there. You're going to be battling to come up with something that works for him to keep him happy. He made 1.8 million last year, right? 1.8. How do you justify going from 1.8 to 6 million? That's a big jump. That's a very, very big jump. So Toronto's going to have their word cut out for them. You're going to have to move Murray. You're going to have to move Nylander, and then you're going to have to sort out the contract extensions. And don't forget, pitch coming in, this one is going to be driven foul. Don't forget, you have an extension for Matthews that's going to see him get a raise as well. So some of that money is going to disappear very quick. So it's going to be some creativity that's needed. And maybe that's why we haven't seen anything happen for Toronto with these players, is they're waiting to make some of these moves. Right. If we look at, let's take Max Domi. Max Domi last year, 0-2 coming in. Max Domi made $3 million last year. The year before that, he made 5.3. So to go from 5.3 to 3 million, you're going to give Max less than that. You're going to offer him 2.5. Even if you gave him the same at 3 million, and you're going to give, 4.5, all of a sudden you're up to $7.5 million for those two players. That's Nylander's contract right there. So if you were to replace Nylander, you bring in Max Domi, he'll get you some points, but he's a grinder. He can muck it up. He had almost 60 points last year. He was just shy of 60 points. He's 20 goals. Here's the 0-2 coming up. Hit foul. If we look at Bertuzzi and what Bertuzzi has done, Bertuzzi was at 4.75 last year. Bertuzzi split some time. Didn't have a great year. He only played about 50 games. He only had 8 goals. So not a great performance, but if you go back to 21-22 when he played 68 games, he had 30 goals on a bad Detroit team. Foul ball, so they're going to reset. 0-2 still to count. Runners on the corners. No outs on the board. So, if you bring in Bertuzzi and you bring in Max Domi and replace a Nylander, you fill 2 holes, and that goal production is essentially replaced. And I tell you, I really like the idea of having a Marner Matthews Bertuzzi line or a Marner's Matthews Domi line. 6 to 7 million. Not where I was. So it's still, so you go to 9 million for those 2 players. I think they could make that work. Then, your fourth line, you're scraping the barrel by. Maybe you bring up a Bobby McMahon to play regularly. Your Matthew Knives to play regularly. Big swing and a miss. Meza got him. Gets a strikeout, puts an out on the board. That was an important out because with runners on the corners, you have a double play opportunity. So Hernandez is going to come up here. And actually, we got Schneider's going to strut to the mound. Schneider coming out to have a conversation with Meza. Is he taking the ball? He is. Meza is going out. He's going to elect to bring in Yimi Garcia to face Hernandez. So they're going to take a quick pause. Len, how's it going? Welcome in. So Len, we've reset all of our points. So all the points are starting at 0. Yeah, Alex Steves as well. Steves. So there are some young players can come up and plug some holes. You know, they're not going to get you huge production, but I think they will be reliable. So I think if you move Nylander, you replace Nylander's output with Bertuzzi and Domi. I think you still need to get yourself another defenseman, though. So let's not forget about that. So I think if you move Murray, you move Nylander, you get yourself a little bit of room to do some of this. And if we look at Matt Dumba, and I know a lot of folks don't like Matt Dumba, he's probably a 30-point player. Oh, those are playoff numbers. Let me look regular season. Yeah, about the same. 30. Wow, he had 50 points in the playoffs a couple years ago. Unbelievable. But a 30-point player, you know, he's been making about $6 million. We know he's not worth $6 million. So will he take a smaller contract? That would be a real interesting development if that could be the case. So if we take a look, can we see? No, that's not what I want. Let's go to... Oh, what is going on here? All right, so we got Garcia in now. Garcia ready to take over. Yimi Garcia, 5.03 ERA, coming in relief here. Florida Park Explorers, there he is. We were talking about him earlier. All good things, all good things. What's up, Bear Shark? Bear Shark joining the party. Yimi Garcia comes in, throws the first pitch. It's fouled back. Hey, where is our... Well, that's peculiar. So they're coming in. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Throw to the corner, going for the pickoff attempt. He is back in time. So a lot of free agents still available. No, these aren't available. Let's see if we can get... Give me the lists. Coming up the middle on the corner. Gets the call. Strike 2. 0-2 to Hernandez. Nice little set of pitching. Bear Shark, hope you're doing well. Wojtek, welcome in. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But welcome in. Big lead, throwing it over. And Snyder steals second base before Garcia even took the ball to throw it home. What a crazy, crazy, crazy situation that just happened here. Nobody was paying attention. And there it goes. Boston steals second base. That's terrible. That takes away the potential for the double play. Garcia has to go out. Wow, what a stolen base for the Boston Red Sox. Just catching the Blue Jays, napping. Goodness gracious. Dave, your Rangers were awfully busy bringing in some old vets. Up high, got him swinging. 2 down. Nice set of pitching there. It gets him out of it. Do you think that the Leafs will make the playoffs this year? The Leaf fans waiting. Oh, they'll make the playoffs. I think they'll make the playoffs. I just don't think they will get far in the playoffs with what they have. Wojciech, hello, and my girlfriend. Well, hello, Adele or Adele. And Wojciech, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Pillow hands already affecting Toronto sports. That's for sure. But I will say there was a great interview with Ryan Reeves where he was talking about, you know, he's going to come in and fight who he has to fight and bang and crash. And the guys at TSN said, well, you know, you were our first announced trade of the day. So we did like 20 minutes on you, kind of like you got the Connor McDavid treatment. And Ryan Reeves said, well, we're kind of the same player, right? It was awesome. But in case you missed it, Bear Shark, you guys picked up Maple Leaf prospect Mac Hollowell, Jonathan Quick as your backup goaltender. Pitch coming in on the outside, doesn't get him. Blake Wheeler. So some nice pickups there. Nick Bonino was signed by the Rangers. Tyler Pitlick, Eric Gustafson, Riley Nash. So you guys were awfully busy. Misses again. 2-2 the count. 2-2, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Toronto with a 1-run lead. They're trying to put it away. Trying to sit them down to get to the bottom of the 6th. Last place coming. No, but Quick will be a good mentor for Shesterkin. Coming in, this is going to be swung and fouled back. Shesterkin will be a good mentor, and you're very welcome, Wojtek, very welcome. Again, if you are new to the channel, you're just tuning in, make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe as well. We have you covered for the Blue Jays baseball all summer long, and then come the fall, down in the dirt, 3-2 full count. We go back to hockey, Maple Leafs, Florida Panthers, New York Rangers, San Jose Sharks, and everything in between. We are your one-stop shop for NHL hockey. Quick will be a good mentor. 3-2, 2 outs. This one is driven foul down the right side. Thoughts on the Devils signing Toffoli? I like Toffoli. I think Toffoli is extremely underrated, but he's also extremely inconsistent. So when Tyler Toffoli can put it together and he's on his game, man, he can be a really good asset. 3-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Misses on the outside. He walks him. So bases loaded. Top of the 6th inning, 2 outs. 3-2 Toronto. Boston has loaded the bases. And we got a mound visit. Yikes. Not what the Blue Jays wanted to do. Not what they wanted to do. So I'm trying to bring up. This isn't what I want. Maybe the list I was looking at doesn't exist anymore. All right, here we go. Found the list I was looking at. So we'll get to this momentarily. I'm a sticker. Welcome in. Here's the pitch coming in inside, ball 1. We've got a situation here. It's a 3-2 Jays lead. 2 outs on the board. Bases are loaded. Connor Wong up to bat. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a foul out. Wong. Waiting. Foul. 1-1, even count. A tense moment here at the Sky Dome. You better shake and bake and get her done. So trying to get out of this one. Trying to wait for it. Wong trying to score some runs. Pitch coming in just on the outside. Garcia doesn't get the call. 2-1 now. The crowd is tense. They're waiting to see what's going to happen. Big moments here. Garcia, Wong, bases loaded. Here's the 2-1 high. 3-1. Garcia needs to put this one in. This is baseball, folks. 3-2 Jays lead. 3-1 on the call. 2 outs. Bases loaded for Wong. Garcia trying to sit him down. Taking a long breath. Here's Garcia sending it in. Wong gonna foul this one back. Staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. Yesterday, I drew a picture of Bugs Bunny and Sam posted it on my channel. Oh, sweet. Cartoons, that's awesome. The crowd is on their feet. 3-2. Full count. 2 outs. And they're going to call for time. Wong is going to step out. He's only got 1 ball. No, Bear Shark. John Kruk is long retired. So we know what's going to happen. Here's the pitch. It's the Wong day for Wong as he strikes out with the bases loaded. And Garcia sits him down. The Jays get out of that one. Wow. That was stuff that baseball is made of. Wong leaves the bases loaded. Incredible. All right. Whew, that was a tense situation. Let's go back to the list that I was mentioning before. There are still a lot of good free agents out there. The question is, what is a salary that is going to work for them? You know, Tarasenko is still out there, but he's going to be looking in the range of like 5, 6, 7 million. Alex DeBrincat, there's trade rumors like crazy going on for him. He's a restricted free agent. Matt Dumba, still available. He's out there. Josh Bailey, still available. We've been talking about Bertuzzi, but Thomas Tatar is also available. Oscar Klefbom would be a nice D addition. A couple players here we don't want to pick up. If Toronto goes and signs Jake Gardner and brings him back to Toronto, I'm done being a Leaf fan. They better not make that move. Same with Andreas Janssen. Remember him? He couldn't really cut it. Max Domi, he's in there. We talked a lot about him. Jesse Puljujarvi's a free agent in that same price range. Gurianov, he's available. So there are some good names still kicking around. We don't want another kick at the can with Nick Ritchie. No, thank you. Thomas Nosek, he's out there. Paul Stasny, I mean, he's up there, so I wouldn't want to take a run at him. Andre Cache is a free agent. I would bring him back in a heartbeat. At $1.5 million, I loved Cache. So I think he would be great. I would bring him back for sure. You got a bunch of restricted free agents. Listen, Troy Terry is a restricted free agent. Maybe you do a move. Maybe that's part of your move for Nylander, sending Nylander to Anaheim. You bring back Terry and some other stuff. So you could get real creative. There's a lot of good guys on the board to work with. All right, we have Bichette coming up here, bottom of the 6th inning. Toronto pitched themselves out of a doozy. I'd love to see Max Domi in a Leafs uniform. Yeah, Cartoons, the big rumor that could happen. Everyone we sign makes me question my allegiance. Listen, roles could be reversed. You could have signed arguably one of the worst. No, he's not one of the worst defenders. But Klingberg and Ryan Reeves. Yikes. So Eric Swanson, the hungry man, Swanson warming up in the Blue Jays bullpen, getting things set. Here's Bichette. 0-2. Does he go around? No, he doesn't. 1-2 is the count. Thoughts on the Hershey Bears winning the 23 Calder Cup for the 12th time in franchise history? Nick, I think it's awesome. I think it's absolutely awesome. The crowd was alive. Listen, minor hockey, I hate to say it, big cut by Bichette. He's going to foul that one back. The good thing with minor hockey is the crowds show up. The people love it. It's great exposure. So I myself don't have, I'm not a fan of any one particular minor league team, but it was great hockey. And it really, really turned out well for all involved. Coming in, they're going to say, did he go around again? This time he did. And Bo knows strikeouts as Bo goes down swinging, just could not hold back. Yikes. So Bichette goes down. That brings Brandon Belt to the plate. Belt, the DH today, had a home run in the first inning to tie it up as the Red Sox went ahead 1-0. Brandon Belt's home run tied it at 1-1, and the Jays haven't looked back since. Here's Belt. Going to take this first pitch outside, ball 1. He's up to 254, 5 home runs, 19 RBIs. Blue Jays getting set. Here's the pitch. Belt comes in. He skies this, hammers it. It's fading back. Back to the wall. Over the wall. It's gone. Another home run for Belt. Another home run for Belt as he drives it over the center field wall. Belt drove that one far and wide. Oh, Canada. See you later. Belt makes it 4-2 Blue Jays. Regardless who plays for the Leafs, I'd ideally like to see a solid defense. Absolutely. Solid defense would be great. I saw that, Nick. Jack Johnson is a great signing. I think the Avs have done a nice job. I mean, they have a good core. Of course, there's some health questions on the Avs, but I think it'll be good. That's going to bring Vladdy Guerrero back to the plate. Vladdy is 0 for 2 today. He's going to go first pitch swinging. Going to foul that one back. So this pitch was just left right out, a little curveball that dropped right in the sweet spot for Brandon Belt. And he blew that one way out of here. It's too high. So this is Brandon Belt's 9th career multi-hit home run. What a shot. Yeah, Gustafson going to the Rangers. John, we didn't get to see a lot of Gustafson here in Toronto. He didn't play a whole lot. But easy come, easy go, I guess. Here's Guerrero. Guerrero waiting for it. The pitch comes in. He's going to foul that one back again. In on the hands. Just tried to fight it off, but couldn't put it in play. So Guerrero not having a solid day today. Clearly, he didn't eat his Wheaties this morning. So Vladdy taking that one. He's going to hold off of it. 2-2 the count now. 1 out. As we sit here, bottom of the 6th inning. This game has really been motoring along. Motoring! 4-2. Vladdy would love to hammer this one out of here, but he's not getting a good pitch to swing at. Low, 3-2. 3-2 the count. Waiting in. Here's the pitch. Pivetta delivers the 3-2. Vladdy takes it as ball 4. Take your base.
Ball 4.
He's going to trot on down the line. Vladdy really having a tough time here today. 0 for 2. Finally gets a walk. But which is, the first one is the best one. The others were meh. So Belt's been a nice addition coming in. He's having himself a decent season. Having a conversation with Danny Jansen on the bench. Cartoon's nice. Vladdy, here boy, come here boy. Such a good dog. Again, if you're just joining us, thanks for coming in and hanging out for some Blue Jays baseball. It's the Ice Cream Man, Matt Chapman, coming up. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out. Chappie swinging at the first pitch. Misses 96 miles an hour. Now, if you have no idea what I'm referring to, up here in the Great White North, we have an ice cream brand called Chapman's Ice Cream. So Chappie will always be Chapman's Ice Cream. Swing coming in, foul back. Vladdy was running, but it's a foul ball, so Vladdy has to go back. Back to first. Chapman couldn't lay off of it. Just got a piece and fouled it back. So the Jays need to hang on to this win. They lost the first 2 games to the Red Sox. They definitely did not want to get swept. I believe they were swept earlier this year by Boston. Can a Blue Jay carry a baseball? Canes want Carlson. Canes can have Carlson. There's Jonathan bringing out the ice cream. Here's Chapman, lays off that one. 1-2 the count. Now, if you're in the market, if you're looking to get yourself a new jacket, check out our sponsor, Carbon, at carbon.com, and use promo code Samwelb12 and save yourself 15% off regular prices. Here's the 1-2 to Chapman. He's going to foul that one back again. Carbon is great product, whether you're looking for a winter jacket, a spring fall jacket, some ski pants. They got you covered so you'll look good whether you're on the streets or on the slopes. Check them out, carbon.com. Pivetta, long look in. He's almost at 50 pitches. Now delivers to Chapman down low. Going to Vladdy at second base. Vladdy in there, safe with a stolen base. The big man steals second.
Kabang!
Nice set of base running there by Vladdy. Sam drew a cartoon of actor Johnny Depp holding his cell phone saying, "I'm so happy. A new cell phone." Oh, that's funny. That is very funny. Big summer blowout. Woohoo! Nice steal there by Vladdy. Takes away the double play ball. 2-2 to Chapman now. If he can put this in, a long single will score Vladdy. High outside, bobbled by the catcher. It's going to go to another full count. So Vladdy had to slide in there, getting around the tag. So the Jays are starting to look a little happier in the dugout, something that's been missing for a while they've been sliding on this streak. 3-2, Chapman staying alive, trying to put this one in play. Pivetta, long look, now he delivers, coming in low. Does he go around? Oh, he's going to punch him up. Chapman's going to have some words to the umpire there. Not happy about that one. The pitch was under the strike zone, and he gets called. So Chapman, he did hold off, but it was low. Gets called strike. Well, the graphic they're showing shows it just caught the bottom. All right, Alex. See you later. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Morgan, Damian Lillard to the Raptors? Oh, do you think Damian Lillard to the Raptors? I would be shocked. The Raptors are in such dismay right now. They're in trouble. And I don't see the appeal right now for a good player like that to come here because Toronto Raptors are going to be in a big rebuild. So now it's Varsho. Varsho coming in. He's 0 for 1 today. Pavetta's officially at 50 pitches. 2 outs on the board. Vladdy still at second base. Here's the pitch coming in. Varsho going to foul this one back. So Toronto, we've been talking about it all afternoon. They've been in a bit of a slump over the last little bit. They are playing in one of the hardest divisions in baseball. You know, if they were in any other division, they'd be 1 or 2 in that division. But because of where they are, they're stuck behind Tampa Bay, Baltimore, the Yankees, and they're just ahead of the Red Sox. So Toronto really got to find a way of getting themselves hot and hot fast so they can catch up some of the ground. After today's game, they will have a series against the Chicago White Sox. All right, we got the black box, so we know what is about to happen here. Here's the pitch to Varsho. Down the middle, doesn't even take the bat off his shoulder. He gets rung up, and he is out. So that's it for the Jays. We're moving to the top of the 6th inning. So the Argos are our only hope. Pretty much, yeah. Toronto FC not looking so good. Maybe the Maple Leaf softball team will have a better year this summer. But yeah, the Argos right now are the only winners in the city of Toronto, and they've been off to a hot start. Yeah, John, the big rumor is that Ryan O'Reilly, not a fan of the coach, not a fan of what's been going on in the Maple Leaf locker room, which is disparaging to hear. That's for sure, because you know, if rumors start getting out that there's a bad locker room, they're gonna have a real tough time signing some other assets. But something's got to be in the work. Something must be in the work. So we're just, we're constantly watching all the outlets. We're trying to see what's going on. So, one of the things that comes to mind, hang on, there's rumor Tyler Bertuzzi is looking for more than $5 million for 5 to 7 years. If we could sign him for just over $5 million, when they say looking for more than 5 million, does that mean like 5.1, 5.5? Does it mean 6? But if we could get him for just over 5 million for 5 to 7 years, I would make that deal. I think that's a great deal. But I think, it makes you wonder. Matthews goes for dinner with Tree Living, right? Before all this started, when Tree Living first came on. They go for dinner. They had a long conversation. They obviously talked about the state of the team, where they're going, what his plans are, what they want to do. And so you wonder if during that conversations, Matthews, and thank you very much, new subscriber, hitting that subscribe button. You wonder if in that conversation, Matthews says, listen, I'm sick of getting beaten up. I'm sick of getting run and having nobody to stand in for me. You got to get someone to watch my back. You wonder if that conversation happened, and that's where the Ryan Reeves move came from. Even maybe Nylander mentioned him by name, right? You never know what happened in that conversation. So maybe that's where the Ryan Reeves piece came from. But it'll be interesting. So Eric Swanson, he is coming in relief now. Swanson taking over from Garcia. We call him the Hungry Man because of Swanson Hungry Man TV dinners. I'm probably the only one that calls him that, but that's okay. First pitch coming in to Duran. Gonna foul that one back. Duran is having a great day today. 3 for 3 with 3 doubles. He's almost now hitting 300. Can he do it again? Can Duran go 4 for 4 with 4 doubles? That would be incredible. He is in the hole 0 for 1. Pitch coming in. He's going to drive this one to left field. Way back to the wall. Off the top of the wall. In play. Another double. I can't believe we're calling this. 4 for 4 with 4 doubles today. Duran, he almost knocked that one out of the park. That's his 25th double of the year. Unbelievable. Duran, 4 for 4 with 4 doubles. I've never seen such a thing before. Hey, Duke, what's going on? Welcome in. So it just hit the top of the wall and bounced in play. It did not leave the park. Gordon, how's it going? Oh, the Leafs are not making out. Not doing much more. We're waiting. We're waiting for the ball to drop. We're waiting to see what the Leafs can do. 4-2 Toronto. Boston, another runner on second base, and it just happens to be Duran again for the 4th time today. Turner coming up. He's 0 for 2. He did have a walk in the 3rd. He's hitting 275. We got our Tim Hortons here, our ice cap, which is a little melted at this point. So this is the 3rd time ever a visiting team player has had 4 doubles against the Blue Jays. Sign Max Domi. That would be awesome. Here's a bloop singer. Pick it up. A run's going to come around to score. And Boston scores again. Duran scores again. His 3rd run of the day. What a line. 4 at-bats, 4 hits, 3 runs. His average now over 300. And Boston is down by 1. So the Jays pitching staff not holding things together. They did get Reeves. They did sign Reeves and Klingberg. Those were the 2 moves that the Blue Jays or the Toronto Maple Leafs made. Big rumors that they're waiting on Max Domi and Tyler Bertuzzi. Potentially Matt Dumba as well. So we're waiting to see if any of those come to fruition. But we were talking about it earlier. In order to see something like that happen, they're going to have to clear out some salaries. So it either means Matt Murray being bought out or traded, or William Nylander on the move as well. So if you're just coming in and joining us, thank you for being here. We're 3 likes away from 50 likes. If you wouldn't mind, give that thumbs up a tap And if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe. We're going to bring you baseball all summer long, but we'll have hockey news, updates, and of course, back to our live play-by-play come the fall. So Eric Swanson, his last 8 games through 7.2 innings pitched, is a 4.70 ERA. Pitch coming in, big swing there. 1-1 is the count to Verdugo. Verdugo 0 for 3 so far today. And there it is, 50 likes. Thank you all so much. Lucas, what's going on? Coach, hello, sir. Welcome in. Good to see you. So Swanson versus Verdugo. Pitch down low. 2-1 the count now. 4-3. Jays ahead by 1, but Boston is putting the pressure. We're here top of the 7th inning. Woody's way. Good to see ya. Welcome in. Hope the Jays are winning. I hope they hang on to it. They need this one. Pitch going to go down low again. 3-1. You can't lose 3 games to the Sox twice in a year. MLB trade deadline coming up. It'll be interesting to see what moves are made there. Swanson looking over the shoulder, checking the runner at first, now going to deliver to home, in there for a strike. Another full count press. I just realized my chat here kind of froze. Let's catch this back up. So 3-2, no outs. Swanson trying to get it done. Devers on the deck, waiting to come in. This is going to be chopped up the middle. Running in, makes it at short. Chapman throws it across to Vladdy. He's going to get him down on third. He throws it away. Bichette can't come up with it. Boston's going to score and tie this up. What a disaster. What a disaster. The Blue Jays, they're infield. And it's Bo Bichette who's involved again. Every time there's a botched play, it seems like Bo Bichette is in the center of it. He's botching throws. He's botching plays. This was a tough one. I don't blame him. Chapman runs in, he scoops it, he flies it to Vladdy. It was a tough play by Chapman. He comes in, throws it over, gets him at first. Vladdy guns it to Bichette. Bichette misses the pass. In fairness, it was in the dirt. So Turner's going to score. We got a tie game here. Oh my goodness. That's right, Coach. You did. Coach is like, yep, they're going to come in. Jays are winning. All right, hope they do well. And there goes the lead. And here comes Devers, who's 3 for 3 today with 3 singles. Oh my gosh. Down in the dirt, 2-0 the count now with 1 out. Oh my gosh. Boston coming all the way back. Toronto falling apart here in the 7th. Pitching has been a real concern for the Blue Jays. They've given up 9 hits so far today. Here's the 2-0 in there for a strike. Nice pitch. Good pitch to get it in. Wow. That was just wild. And of course, we're sitting at 81.99. Who's going to be 8,200? Our subscribers. We've been fluctuating just up and just under 8,200. So if you haven't subscribed, hit that button. Come in, be the milestone subscriber. Coach, love it. Here's the pitch coming in. This is going to be foul back. So 3-2, another full count. Oh my gosh. So just a terrible play here by the Blue Jays, throwing it around. They had the lead. They had a 2-run lead. They coughed it up. The Jays had to work hard and take the lead in the first place. Here's Devers. Pitch coming in high, and he's going to walk him. So Swanson walks Devers. Devers goes to first. Oh, goodness gracious. 4-4 on the scoreboard here in the top of the 7th. Swanson having a tough time. All the Blue Jays pitchers have had a real tough time today. They haven't been able to settle down and get things going. So let's see if Swanson can get in on Ref Snyder. He's 1 for 3 today, and first pitch is going to be down in the dirt. Kirk had to cover that one real quickly. 1 for 3 with a single and a stolen base, Ref Snyder has, and it was a crazy stolen base. He stole the base, and the Blue Jays pitcher didn't even step off the mound yet to deliver. It was a great bit of base running. Gonna go to first for the attempted pickoff. Vladdy doesn't even go for the tag. Deaver's still sitting in the dirt. He might have hurt himself sliding into first. Trevor Richards, the right-hander, starting to throw in the bullpen for Toronto. No, you're kidding, John. Are you serious? Are you serious, John? Is that legit skis? We have the rumor. John is putting it out there. Patrick Kane to Toronto. Should have taken O'Reilly's deal. I agree with you there. Here's another base hit. That's driven into left field. Boston now has 2 on. John, do you have a source on that? Or are you pulling my leg? Because my leg is really gullible right about now. I don't see that deal listed yet. Oh, it's a rumor. Oh my God, John. You had me going. You had me going. You know what, Woody's, I don't think that would have kept O'Reilly here. I think it would have taken a coaching change and probably some leadership change in that locker room. Swing and a miss there as Casas, big whiff. So, wow, that was crazy. That crazy set of playing. Here's a big swing. Just a rumor. Sam Rupert, several teams. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Rumor has it. There you go, EC3. Oh yeah, John, take for a grain of salt what you hear. Love John. John's a good dude, but you gotta take it until you see it final. I hate to say it. Another out there, so Boston is 2 down. Anytime, regardless of the sport, whether it's hockey, baseball, basketball, football, when it comes to free agency and rumors that are out there, you have to be very careful what you hear from streamers, because a lot of streamers are just putting stuff out there to create conversation and create people coming. And this one's going to be driven back to center field. Kiermaier waiting to grab it. Hernandez on the first pitch swinging is going to fly out. That's going to bring us to this 7th inning stretch as we're going to the bottom. Thank you for being here. We are in a tied game right now. But as I was saying, you got to be careful because a lot of people just like to put names out there and put things out there to draw attention to come in and watch their channels. I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but you just got to be very, very careful. I have some sources that I follow very carefully, and when they tell me, hey, here's a rumor or here's something that's in the works, I kind of trust those sources. You got to be very, very careful, though, who you're taking stuff from. And here's one right now. Elliot Friedman reporting Calvin DeHaan is going to sign in Tampa Bay, 1 year, $775K. And I know, like yesterday, for example, the Bertuzzi rumors were heating up all over the place. And I made sure I saw it among several sources before we started talking about it. Because we got to be careful, what we're putting out there. It is, Duke. It is a great song. Absolutely. It is a fantastic song. So here's one person on Twitter, how they sum it up. Kempf, no grit, no offense, solid defense. Klingberg, no grit, no defense, solid offense. Reeves, no offense, no defense, solid grit. It's kind of funny. I'm actually going to retweet that because that's kind of funny. I like that. Yeah, I always got to check the sources. I know I've been burned by that in the past. I've been, you read stuff and it kind of catches you off guard. The big one that caught me was last year at trade deadline day. I saw a report of oh my gosh, now I can't think of his name. There was a defenseman who I wanted so badly to come to Toronto, Ben Sherratt. I wanted him to come to Toronto, and I saw a report that he was coming to Toronto, and I got so excited, and it was just a prank. So you got to be careful. All right, so here we are. Whit Merrifield. He's going to kick off the bottom of the 7th inning for the Blue Jays. He's 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a line out. We're tied up at 4s, so the Jays looking to pull back out ahead. But yeah, lots of teams, or there's a couple teams talking about Bertuzzi, couple teams talking about Domi. Toronto is in the conversation on both of them, but they will have to clear out salary somehow. So maybe they've come to terms, but they're just waiting on a deal to free up some salary. We've seen that in the past. And that could mean a buyout or a trade of Matt Murray, a trade of William Nylander. Wouldn't it be funny if Tree Living had to call Dubas to make a trade? Pitch coming in. This one is going to be hammered back. And thank you, new subscriber, putting us up to 8,200. Appreciate it. Whoever that was that hit that subscribe, thank you. We appreciate it. And there's a link for our Discord server. If you're not part of our Discord, come in and join us. We talk about all the rumors, all the signings, all the moves. Going to be foul back again, 1 and 2 the count. Our Discord is the place to be. We'd love to have you. If you don't use Discord today, you can download it on your phone. It's free. And sign up, get a username, and come on into our community. Pivetta, the 1-2 to Merrifield, gets him on the corner, called strike. Merrifield knew it the whole way, and he's not happy about that one. So Merrifield goes down swinging. Coach and leadership culture has to change. Yeah, can't disagree with you on that one. Can't disagree with you on that one. We saw at times where, the players kind of were not playing for Keefe. There comes a point in time, and this is where the culture change has to come in. Just because you don't like your coach doesn't mean you don't play the game. All of us, that are working, whatever we do, or if we're retired, whatever we do in retirement, there's somebody you have to answer to. And here's Kirk. He's going to hammer one down the left field line all the way to the corner. Kirk's going to round first. No, he's going to slow up there with a strong arm coming in. Kirk isn't going to risk it. He's going to hold up there. All right, folks, I'll be off now. See you around. Happy 4th. Thank you, Duke. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. Happy Canada Day. Happy early 4th. Take care and all the best. But whoever you have to answer to, if you don't like them, you can't just not do the job. If you're working and you don't like your manager or your boss, you can't just ignore what they have to say and not do your job. If you're a hockey player and you don't like your coach, you can't just float around and not play because you don't like your coach. Blue Jays bringing in a pitch runner for Kirk. So Ernie Clement is going to come in for Alejandro Kirk. Kirk, not the fastest speedster on the base pass. So Clement is going to come in, which probably means Jansen's going to come in and catch in the next inning. Anders trying to trade for DeBrincat. Yeah, I've heard that as well. They've been working on something for a little while now. But it is a factor when you're looking to sign somewhere. If you don't like the boss where you're going, it's a good reason not to go there because you're not going to be happy. First pitch swinging, fly ball deep into left field. That's going to be caught, thrown over. Are they going to tag up? No, they're not. The runner goes back to first. So with 2 outs, Jays have a runner on first here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Team beat team, but not team beat coach. Yeah, I mean, there are times, right? You get the superstar. If Austin Matthews went to Tree Living and said, I don't like Sheldon Keefe, Sheldon Keefe probably wouldn't be here. If it was a matter of extending Austin Matthews over Sheldon Keefe, then I could see a move being made. But as a general manager, and this is where Tree Living has a tough time, he's comes in, he knows Keefe for what, all of 5 minutes, and he's got to make a decision on what to do. Here's a pitch coming in. Big cut here by Springer. 1-1 the count now. So the question will be, how long does Tree Living give Keefe as a coach? Does he give him a season? If they come out playing poorly, do they give him half a season? Here's a pitch. Springer going to foul this one back because you know they're going to want to see immediate results. Otherwise, they would have extended Keefe earlier. So my thought is Tree Living didn't want to come in and rock the boat. They want to make sure to keep things somewhat normal as he gets familiar with the organization. Then they'll make changes. Pitch coming in, down low. That's going to be ball 2. And that's a standard management move. We see that all the time, right? You go into a new environment. They had 10 unrestricted free agents. You don't want to blow it up and start from scratch because you got to make some signings. And the Jays or the Leafs lost most of those free agents. Dallas talking to Kane. Here's the pitch to Springer. Swing and a miss. He's gone. So the Jays leave one stranded. We're going to the top of the 8th inning. And we are in a tie ball game. Maybe biggest signing is Mike Babcock in Columbus. You know what, David? It's funny you say that. When I first heard that they were talking about bringing Babcock to Columbus, I almost fell off my chair. With everything that was being talked about Mike Babcock. Now, I've never met him. I've had no dealings with him. I don't know anybody that's ever met him. But hearing the stories coming out about how he treated the players, you're like, how does someone like this have a job for as long as they did? And I actually never thought, I never thought he was going to work again with these stories coming out. But hey, Columbus is going to take a chance on him. I'm sure they did their due diligence. I'm sure they talked to a lot of their key players. You know, one of the things was that Babcock didn't like younger players. Well, Columbus has a ton of younger players. You know, and so they also have Johnny Gaudreau and Patrick Laine. So there's some good talent there. He was in Toronto. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with that team in Columbus because that Columbus team was atrocious. Now, I do hope they do well. I hope Johnny Gaudreau does well because I have a couple Johnny Gaudreau graded hockey cards that I'm trying to get rid of and sell. So I need Gaudreau to have a good season to bring up the value of those cards. Now, I do have, if you are a hockey card collector, I do have some hockey cards I'm going to be posting for sale later on. But if you are ever interested in acquiring anything, just let me know you're a collector and I can always let you know what I have up for grabs. The other big thing going in, not sport related, the new Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny movie coming out this past Friday. I'm looking forward to going to see it. If you have seen it, do you give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? No spoilers. I just want to know if you enjoyed it or did not. But I'll be looking forward to seeing that very soon. Now, we talked about our good friend and partner channel earlier, the Florida Park Explorers and the Bear Shark. But let me tell you real quick about our other channel, Pete, over on the Pete McDevitt Show. Pete does a great job calling baseball, football, and beyond. So check him out, Pete, over on the Pete McDevitt Show. So Richards coming in relief as Toronto trying to get their pitching sorted out. Here they are, top of the 8th inning. Danny Jansen coming in to catch. David Hamilton is up to bat 0 for 1. Big swing, strike 2 call.
Strike 2.
Thank you, voice guy. Top of the 8th, 0 for 2. Waiting. And there we go, over 50 likes. Thank you all so much. Did he go around? Yes, he did. There is a strikeout. Nice set of pitching there for Trevor Richards. So Hamilton goes down. That's going to bring Wong back up. Wong last struck out with the bases loaded a couple of innings back. Wong is 0 for 3 today. Here's the pitch coming in outside. Ball 1. 1-0. Wong's average drops down to 219. He's got 6 dingers and 18 RBIs. He's getting close. That one's going to be fouled back. Let's take a look at Alex Ovechkin. Whoops. So after the 22-23 season, Alex Ovechkin was up to 822 goals. So what does he need? 73 more goals. This is going to be foul back and even the count to 2-2. So Ovechkin needs 73 goals to do it. So all he has to do, if he plays 2 seasons, he's probably going to do it. Now, he'd still need, you know, 2 40-goal seasons or a couple 35 and a 39. So it'll be close. And a swing and a miss. Another strikeout. Finally, the Blue Jays getting some pitching here in the top of the 8th inning. So Boston is down to their last out, and then Toronto will have a chance. Pierre Engvall signed 7 years. Wow, good for him. Hopefully that wasn't back in Toronto. Engvall with a 7-year deal. Listen, he had so much potential, just never came to be. First pitch to Duran is going to be outside. Where did Engvall sign? I did see it previously, but I don't see it on my list now. This is going to be fouled back. So taking a look at today, again, nothing real new since we've been talking. 1-1 the count. Duran swinging high, goes down 1-2 in New York. I assume the Islanders, right? Not the Rangers. Let's see the Islanders. Yeah, Pierre Engvall. 7 years, $3 million a year for $21 million. Wow. Good for him. Varlamov also re-signing back there. Listen, good for Pierre. Boy's got to get paid. 1-2, 2 outs. Richards trying to sit the Sox down. And that pitch is going to be fouled back again. Trying to get out of this one. So Richards doing a nice job. The Jays in general having another tough afternoon at the office. They're pitching, you know, Gausman was okay. High pitch count. And here's a chopper back to the mound. Grabbed up, no chance to turn and throw him out. So Richards kind of tweaked something as he ran down off the mound. So Merrifield coming over to make sure Richards is okay. Richard just waves everybody off. He ran down the mound, grabbed to pick up the ball, turned to throw it, and he kind of held up. So he turned awkwardly there with the ball and kind of planted his foot. And he planted his foot, his body kind of turned, and the knee kind of buckled a little bit as the foot got planted in the turf there. Scary moment for Richards. He waves everybody off, though, says he's okay. 2 outs, 1 on here. First pitch in for a strike. Turner now comes in. And, of course, Duran with 5 at-bats. He's got 5 hits. But only 4 doubles, so he couldn't go 5 for 5 with 5 doubles. Pitch coming in. This is going to be foul back. And, of course, the 5 for 5, not as much hoopla around it than what we saw with Arias from the Miami Marlins a couple of weeks ago. Turner 1 for 3 today with a single, walk, an RBI, and a run. Nice line. Yet, John, I'm one of them. Not a big fan of that signing. 7 years for Engvall, Somebody better check on Lou, right, Curtis? Better check the signature of that contract. Make sure it's legit. That's all, at least, at least Justin Hall only got 3 years. Pitch going high outside 1 and 2's account. But that Justin Hall deal, I mean, Detroit must really see something special in Justin Hall. Not that there's anything wrong with him. We just know what type of player he is, and I don't think, I wouldn't have paid what Detroit paid. Here's the 1-2 coming in, swing and a miss. They got him. Sit down. 3 strikeouts in a row for Richards. 1, 2, 3. All right, so it's going to bring up in the bottom of the 8th inning. We got Bichette, Belt, and Guerrero Jr. Belt's with 2 home runs today. Can he put a third over the wall to take the lead? Klingberg not worth $4 million. It's funny because Klingberg, he was touted. It was last year's free? Was it last year? He was touted as the big free agent on the, or no, it was trade deadline day. I think it was was it draft day? I don't remember. He was touted as the big guy to get. You had to go out and get him. And we were like, I don't know if he's as special as everybody's making him out to be. And he was signed 1 year, $7 million contract last year to the Anaheim Ducks. 1 year, $7 million. That's right. He was previously with the Dallas Stars making 4.25. And then here comes Anaheim. They sign him for 1 year at $7 million. Crazy, right? Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. He signs with Toronto at 4.15, which is less than his Dallas contract. A split year last year, he did have 30 points, right? 30 points. The year before that, he had almost 50 points. So he's going to be your 35 to 45 point player. Not a ton of offense. He's not breaking 10 goals. Most of his points are assists. But he's a defensive liability. Oh, actually, sorry, 9 of those points last year were in the playoffs. So 24 regular season points, 36 regular season points previous. So, yeah, he's going to be that 35 to 40 point player. All right, let's see what the Blue Jays can do here in the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher coming in for the Red Sox. Chris Martin is coming in to replace Nick Pivetta. Chris Martin, not the same Chris Martin as Coldplay, but different Chris Martin. Casey, how's it going? Coach for Detroit. Likes they got him along. Likes him. They got along in Tampa Bay. Makes sense, Casey. Makes sense. Sam, are we going to OT? God, I hope not. Why is it regardless the sport we do, they always seem to go to extra time. Here's Bo Bichette. Bo's had a bit of a tough couple of games. He ran through that stop sign yesterday and essentially cost the Jays the win. He booted a couple of balls here today. Only one of them registered as an error. Here's Bo swinging at the first pitch, going to foul that one back. He's 1 for 3 today. He had a 2-run single in the 3rd. He's up to 317, 15 home runs, 51 RBIs. We'd like to see Bichette get something going here. Here's the 0-1. Big cut and a miss. Gonna foul out. He's gonna foul. Bo is foul right now. Let's just leave it at that. Come on, Bo. Pull your head out. That's right, Dallas. 0-2 is the count. Here's the pitch from Martin. Big swing. He's going to hit that one to second base. Picked up, thrown over to first. Bo knows getting out as he is out of there. So bottom of the 8th, 1 out now. That brings up the home run hero today, Brandon Belt. Belt, 3 at-bats. He's got 2 home runs. Another one would be nice. Can Belt get the hat trick? No, we haven't seen anything yet, John. We haven't seen anything yet about the Jets and their goaltending situation. Here's the pitch coming in. Big cut from Belts. He's going to swing through that one. Strike one. So Belt settling in, 0-1, 1 out. Here comes Martin. The delivery coming in. Up high again. He can't lay off of it. Swings through and misses again. 0-2 to Belt. And listen, I'm okay if Belt strikes out because he has had a great game. 2 home runs today for Belt. Here's a pitch coming in. Up high. That time he lays off of it, takes the ball. So good eye by Belt. You know he wanted to swing at that one. Did a nice job to lay off of it. Belt sitting back, winging, swings, picks a chopper up to the mound, grabs it over to first in time. They get him. 2 down. So 2 outs to the Blue Jays here in the bottom of the 8th. And that's going to bring Vladdy Guerrero to the plate. Vladdy, again, doesn't have a hit today. He did have a walk earlier. Walk in a stolen base, but he's 0 for 2. So let's go, Vladdy. Get that mojo going. Taking a long look. Martin now delivers, comes in. That's going to miss. Ball 1 to Vladdy. Did Bo Bichette put his game in the same special locker as Matthews? That's right, Dallas. You know, something does seem up with Bo. He just seems very different. Maybe this losing streak is getting to him. Here's Vladdy going to chop one to second or to short. Picked up over to first. Hamilton gets it across. And Vladdy is out. So 3 hitters, 3 outs. So we are going to top of inning number 9. Top of 9, we're going to see Verdugo, Devers, and Riffsnyder coming up here for the Red Sox. Jays going to look to sit them down quick so they can try and finish this one in the bottom of the 9th. They couldn't do it yesterday. But again, for the 2nd day in a row, we are going to the 9th inning where the game is still undecided. Excuse me. It'll be interesting to see how they go ahead and get one done. Let's do a out-of-town score refresh. We got Washington up over Philly 5-4, Kansas City 9-1 over the Dodgers, 4-1 St. Louis over the Yanks, Houston and Texas now tied at ones, 8-3 Detroit over Colorado, Arizona over the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, White Sox in Oakland, they're tied at zeros, Tampa Bay 1-0 over Seattle. And the games that have wrapped up this afternoon, the Atlanta Braves defeated Miami 6-3. Milwaukee downs the Pirates 6-3. And Cincinnati takes down San Diego by a score of 4-3. Those are your out-of-town scores. Let's do a quick refresh. Are we seeing anything new coming in terms of the trades? I don't think so. Anything new? Nope. Nothing exciting to talk about. If you're a 50-50 winner, the Blue Jays have their 50-50 going on right now. Winner takes home $1.192 million. So almost $1.2 million for the winner of the Blue Jays 50-50. Think you can buy those tickets online to take your stab at that. Huge pots the Jays are drawing. So here comes Romano. Romano coming into the game. He gets the big entrance. He's going to come in and look to shut this one out. So let's see here. Agreed to terms. Who is this? Alexander True signs a 1-year, 2-way contract in Florida. First pitch. This one is driven high, and it's out of here. Thanks for coming out, Romano. Your first pitch is driven to the next century. Home run, Boston to take the lead 5-4. Here comes your closer, Romano, to shut the door, and the fans throw the ball back. The fans throw the ball back to the field. Wow. Romano comes in with all the energy, all the hype, and that first pitch is just driven a mile. You bring in your closer to close, and he closed for the wrong team. Wow. They're not even showing a replay of that home run. That's going to bring Devers up, first pitch high. So Verdugo, clutch, steps up, smacks it out of the park. Devers, who's 3 for 3 today with 3 singles, a walk, 2 RBIs. He's now up, no outs. Romano misses twice, 2-0 the count. That was very much a major league wild thing entrance. You come in with all the hoopla. Your closer, supposed to shut the door, and on the first pitch, the opposing team drives it out of the park. On the go with CeeLo. What's going on? Our partner channel. Check him out. If you don't know CeeLo, you're missing out. Whether it's Atlanta Braves, NASCAR racing, or an occasional trip to the park of the world of Disney, check him out on the go with CeeLo. What's up, brother? What do you think of John Klingberg and Ryan Reeves? Lucas, to be honest, I dislike. I do not like either of those signings. Not good. Not good, not good at all. Wow. So Romano just absolutely getting crushed. He's now even the count 2-2. Oh, almost hit him. Sends him to the dirt. Devers getting a dirt sandwich there. He's having a little conversation with the umpire. Still waiting on the race. Is it in a rain delay or it just hasn't started yet? It's just too early. And yet another potential loss. Yeah, Cartoons, this was not a good outing here. And another wild pitch is going to miss. And Devers is going to walk to first, and he gives a long stare at Romano. And I can guarantee you he was not checking out his curls, wondering what product he's using. Wow. So a couple bad pitches here. It's pretty much going to cost the Jays the game. As Ref Snyder coming up now, he's 2 for 4 with 2 singles and a beauty of a stolen base. Hasn't started, but it hasn't stopped running. Gotcha. Another pitch down in the dirt. Romano having all kinds of troubles here today. Ring Cloud just follows low. Oh, that's awesome. That's right. The Nashville Maple Leafs, they're going to be exciting to watch this year. So it looks like Joe Jacques is warming up, the lefty, for Boston in the bullpen. So he's going to be given the ball when the Jays get out of this inning, if they do get out of this inning. Here's the 1-0 in there. Finally finds the strike zone. Romano, on his 9th pitch, throws a strike. So the Jays got swept by the Red Sox earlier this year. They're down 2 games to them in this series. Jays were hoping to pull out a victory. Here's a big swing and a miss and a stolen base. But no throw, as Ref Snyder, when he swung through, he kind of stepped in front of the catcher. Did not give the Jays a chance to throw him out. So Devers gets his first stolen base of the season. But again, no chance to throw that out. Just too fast. Here's the 1-2 coming in. Got him swinging. So Romano finally gets a strike. Wow. That was a tough start for Romano coming in here. Way to go, Blue Jays, who blow today's game. The 9th innings have been rough for Toronto. We'll see what they do in the bottom half. Sam, I hated to see Dutchy leave, but got to make room for these young guys. There you go. You know what? I was really thinking he was coming to Toronto, CeeLo. Fly ball a mile high, and that one's going to be caught. They're going to second, not in time. So a fly ball The Jays make the catch to record their second out. Devers was off the bag. They tried to get him at second. No dice. He got back in time. So yeah, CeeLo, I really thought Duchesne was going to come to Toronto, being he's from Haliburton, Ontario, which is not far from where we cottage. And that's right, Dallas, in case you didn't know, Matt Duchesne is from Haliburton. And so I really thought he was coming home, but instead he goes to Dallas. And he is come in his interview, he openly said that Nashville will forever be his home now. He's has a place there. I think he built a home there, and he loves it there. And I believe he actually moved out to Nashville before he was officially signed or traded there. Kane, yes, John, Kane is out for a long time. I don't expect to see a signing until he's ready to come back. He is starting to work out already, which is crazy. But I don't expect to see a signing of Patrick Kane until closer to the Christmas season. Here's a ground ball. Bo Bichette picks it up, throws it over to Vladdy, gets him in time. That's going to do it. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. Let's see what mojo the Blue Jays have to get back in this game. They are down by 1 run. The Boston Red Sox scored 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the seventh, 1 in the ninth. The Blue Jays, 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 in the sixth, and they got to turn it around now. Boston at 5 runs, 12 hits. The Blue Jays, 4 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. That brings us to the bottom of the ninth, where it's either Blue Jays are going to tie it up and will continue, Blue Jays will win, or the Red Sox will take this one and the Jays will get swept again by these pesky Red Sox. And that does not make a good case for us when it comes down to that last wild card spot. Toronto having a tough time in this division this year. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching along, thank you for being here. If you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. We will be bringing you the occasional Blue Jays game all summer long, as well as all the NHL news, rumors, and moves throughout the offseason as we get ready to jump back into the rinks. September, October, when hockey is picking it back up, we'll look to do the rookie tournament yet again, and we'll bring you all the coverage of the preseason that we can. Of course, there's going to be some games taking place overseas yet again. We are on the quest for 10K. And can we get there by the end of 2023? We're enlisting all of you to help us make that happen. If you don't mind, share our channel, stream around, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your colleagues. You got to check this guy out. He does amazing sports stuff, and help them be a part of our community. Not only do we do sports, Blue Jays, Leafs, and hockey, we also do some hobby stuff. So if you like hockey cards, we do some hockey card stuff. We do some Legos. We do some cooking, although I wouldn't really call it cooking, more like baking. We're going to do another one of those coming up soon. We just like to have a whole lot of fun in the off season. So happy to have you with us, and we hope to see you again real soon. So the ice cream man, Matty Chapman, who's 0 for 3 today, he's got 11 home runs on the year. It's time. Chapman, Varsho, Merrifield, the 3 for the Jays who are coming up. By the way, none of them have a hit today, so they're all due. Here's Chapman, the first pitch coming in. Bottom of the strike zone. Strike 1 call. Thank you, subscriber. Hitting that button, keeping us at 8,200. Chapman 0 for 1 in the hole. Pitch coming in. Hit right up to short. Scooped up, thrown over. And the Jays are down to their 2 remaining outs. I agree, John. I was pretty harsh on the Leafs. I didn't think the Luke Shen move was a great move, but I was so impressed with him in the playoffs. Disappointed that Luke Shen decided to look elsewhere. But we will see a lot of him and Ryan O'Reilly in Nashville over the course of the year. We might have to do some games with our good friend CeeLo. So Espinal coming in to pitch hint. He's going to take the first pitch in for a strike. Espinal hitting 223 today. He's in for Varsho. Come on, Espinal. Just get on base. Pitch coming in outside, 1-1. Even count now. So there are some options here. Espinal is pretty speedy. Waiting. Now the pitch comes in outside again. Trying to keep it away from him. Jacques is a little bit of a sidearm here. 5-4 Boston with the lead. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Jays had the lead up until the 7th. Or sorry. Yeah, they tied it in the 7th, and it was the 9th. And here's Espinal, flies it to center field. That's going to be an easy out. So the Blue Jays now down to their final out of the day. The final out of the day. It was the top of the 9th inning when Romero comes out, the closer, and the first pitch was hammered high and over the fence for a home run to put Boston ahead. And Boston, they got 2 outs on the board in the bottom of the 9th. Whit Merrifield's coming up. Merrifield, 3 at-bats today, no hits. He's hitting .283. This would be a good time for him to get a big hit. First pitch in for a strike. Stupid game. Final out, it comes down to Merrifield. He's only got 2 dingers on the year. Whit, now would be a good time to make it 3. Here's the pitch to Merrifield. Comes in. Outside. 1-1 the count. Trying to even this one out. Toronto in trouble. On the verge of being swept again. Merrifield going to chop this one foul. 1-2 the count now. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Merrifield trying to stay alive. Taking a look. Letting the count get down real low. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Merrifield swings. He's going to pop this one up into right field, and that's the ball game. It is over. The Red Sox with a top of the 9th comeback win. Oh my gosh, this one is not the way the Blue Jays wanted this to end. Where's my scoreboard? That's weird. My scoreboard disappeared. But that's okay. The Blue Jays not able to get it done. Atrocious. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for being here and talking hockey. We love talking hockey. We're going to put an update on Free Agent Day 2. We're going to try and maybe do it as a short. So watch for that coming soon. Madison, welcome in. Thanks for joining us today. Nice to see you. Cartoons, thanks very much. EC3 and all of our mods. Dallas, thank you for being here. Carl, what's going on? 1 strike away from $100. Carl's a happy person. Again, thank you all for being here. Jonathan, you as well. Appreciate our mods, best mods out there. And Bear Shark, appreciate you stopping by. David, thanks for being here. Leafs open the season at home versus Montreal. It's going to be a doozy. We'll have some updates coming soon. If you haven't watched the short I posted yesterday, go on to the channel, take a look at it. It's pretty good. I think so. It's pretty funny. I had a kick out of making it. So we're going to have more coming at you. Thanks everybody for being here. It's been a slice. Thank you, new subscribers. Thanks for the likes and all that fun stuff. We appreciate you, and we'll see you real soon. Happy Canada Day. Happy early July 4th. Thanks for everything you do, and we'll see you real soon.